people still ain't contributing. They're not even going over there to buy shirts from the Teespring store. We don't need no freeloading going on over here, okay? Because I will go on a rant if I need to. Speaking of t-shirts, shout out to everybody that's been going over there and, you know, supporting. This is a Teespring store. Y'all go and get y'all a shirt, man. Shout out to the brothers. I got two guys that have bought shirts, and they sent me pictures of them in shirts. I posted those photos on my Instagram right now. You know, those are supporters. If you're willing to go buy my gear and, you know, send me the pictures and I post it on social media, that's my thank you for you buying my stuff, okay? Because I do support the people that support me. If you support me, you're going to be supported. If you're out there faking it and frauding it, I highly doubt I'm going to support anything you do, okay? All right, let's see who's here, okay? Shout out to Denise, Mermaid, Patrick, Vern85, BMC, Lucia, Natalie, Naima, B Friends, Michael, Patricia, Tony, Renee, Dion, Jessica, Ernest, Elbert, Black Phillip, Vern, Dion, Brendan, Lisa. You're exactly right about that, Natalie. RCH, Trucker, what's good? Like the stream. We're going to talk about a topic. Hopefully the calls are better too. We're going to talk about biracial women, and they have become the new standard of beauty. If you look at most television shows and movies, you know, and you see who a lot of these guys in the entertainment industry are dating, they're dating women who are racially ambiguous. Let's just be real about that. What's going on, Samuel Joseph, Primetime, Real Mo? Like the stream as y'all come in, man. We need more people to know that I am here. Speaking of that, let me do something real quick to let more people know that I'm here. I'm probably going to be getting some new moderators soon. So y'all definitely, if you're here regularly, you know, continue to show support, man. And I'll mod up a few more people, man. Most definitely. But we're going to talk about the beauty standards. It's for a long time. And to a certain extent, it still is white women. But I'm taking a look at a bigger scope of, you know, beauty, and you have to include marriage. You have to include as far as promotion in the media. We have to include all that in there. Okay, you know, I'm gonna include everything in there. Hold on a second. This didn't go through. Damn it. Okay. Let me do this first. But make sure as y'all come in, y'all like the stream. But we're gonna talk about it, man. I'm not just gonna talk about one thing. I'm talking about, you know, when you look at everything as a whole, who's getting the most promotion, who's put on the pedestal, you gotta say it's a lot of these mixed women. Shout out to Vern. I know some people are going to disagree with this, you know, but that's why I'm going to take phone calls. I'm going to let y'all speak on this. But times have really changed, you know. Times have really, really changed. Dark-skinned women were promoted a lot in the 80s and 90s, but something happened after the 2000s. It was more of an emphasis on biracial. Shout out to Vern85 with the support. I appreciate that. There was a more of an emphasis on biracial. All right. Now, when you look at movies and television shows, the women are lighter skinned. They say that's because of black men. It has nothing to do with black men. has everything to do with Hollywood being more comfortable with the waffled color Negroes. And the people who are doing movies and TV shows nowadays, they don't want somebody who looks authentically black anymore. That's not the standard anymore. Because when they would do movies, they wanted somebody who was blacker than black to represent black people in those films. Now, these people are damn near biracial. Or 1/4, well, 1/3 black. You know? Times have changed. It really has. We're going to get into it. This might be a very uncomfortable conversation for some people, but understand this. It needs to be had. It definitely does. When you look at like the woman in the thumbnail that y'all see on the screen, you've seen more of her than you have seen women who are way darker than her. It's it's more not comfortable. It's nowadays in the media and on social media, you see a lot of these women who look like this. And once again, it's not black men pushing this propaganda. It's the people in the entertainment industry who says, listen, this is the new black. This is who we're putting on the pedestal. Because they're uncomfortable with melanin. How many of us used to see movies from the late 60s and 70s? A lot of those black people in there were black. You didn't really see a ton of light skin or white people. I mean, you did have them. A lot of them were stars of the film or co-stars. But a lot of times, those people were dark skinned. They were dark skinned black people. But now, people are more comfortable with waffle colored Negroes. Shout out to Brian Shepard. Always listen to you while commuting to work. You sure woke my ass up literally and figuratively. Well, I appreciate that, Brian. I'm glad you woke up because you are on the road, brother. Okay, you gotta be careful out there. But hopefully, yeah, you energized and ready to get to work, man. Shout out to you. Now, when you look at social media, because that's another wing of it, a lot of what we see on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, we see a lot of posts of, black men with light-skinned or biracial women. Okay, that's something they always could have liked. And let me tell y'all this about marriage. When you see a lot of these brothers married to lighter-skinned women, or you see black women married to lighter-skinned men, for the most part, that's who they've always wanted to be with. They've always wanted to be with somebody who was that skin tone. Never believe that the person that people marry is not what they were attracted to. You always are going to marry the person you're most attracted to, unless it's a situation of super convenience. You have a woman, she may marry a guy who because she's in love with his money and not with him. We've seen that a shit ton. That is why when these pro athletes retire, they usually end up getting divorced within a year or two, because that woman doesn't want him around the house. Mike Vick even said that his wife doesn't want him around the house. She wants him to go out and get a job, because those women married the lifestyle, the money, the clout. She don't want to be sitting at home in this guy's face every day. She want to live single while she with him. It's almost become like an even trade. You got the dude who wants the woman who looks racially ambiguous and got the long hair and nice body. Then you got the woman, she wants the money. She wants to be the wife of an athlete or entertainer. So it's almost like a trade-off. But when one cannot bring anything to that situation, they break off. And in Hollywood, what you're seeing now is they're saying, okay, look at all these brothers with these lighter skinned women. Let's continue promoting it. Let's put it out there. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna cast a Latina as Nina Simone. We're gonna just darken her skin with some makeup. You know what I'm saying? And it's like we as black people will get upset for a little while, but then we'll get over it. Look at Colin Kaepernick. Some of y'all not gonna like this, but he gets a lot of people following them. He has a lot of black people following him, and I think the mindset of some of those people is because he's light skinned, and they think light is right. You know, they think light is right. So when we look at these situations like this, you know what I'm saying? We have to look at when you're trying to push a narrative like there are. They want to push the narrative of basically diluting every race, not just black people, but every race, into one. And it's starting with black people. You see, when you have black females who complain about colorism, they always point to us as if we're putting the propaganda out there. Are there people who like light-skinned men, light-skinned women? Yes. I think you have black men who are in the spotlight more, who are seen more, but if you look at statistics, they're still with black women, you know? I think that you have a lot of these women who look exotic. Look at the music video "Beautiful" by Pharrell and Snoop Dogg. That was the first taste of putting racially ambiguous women on a platform. Well, no, it was a Big Pimpin' video. I think it was a Big Pimpin' video, and it was the Beautiful video afterwards, you know. And they're putting these racially ambiguous women, you know, on the forefront. And they're telling these guys, listen, man, if you got money, you can get a girl look like that. Look, she got light skin, long, pretty hair, big ass. You know, shout out to El Hernandez. I appreciate that, El. You know? So you got these athletes that say, I've never seen a Brazilian woman before. She's shaped like a black girl. She's shaped like she got the shape. Look at she got hips and ass. Probably got less attitude. Got less attitude. She curvy. She thick. You know. And what you will notice too is that a lot of these guys will date the same women in like a circle. They be dating all the same women. You know what I'm saying? So I think that in society today, we black men and black women, you need to really look at the fact that the media is pushing the black women. Go get you a white man. Black men, look at those. Look at them non-black girls. Look how thick she is. She got long hair, light skin. Look how good she look, you know? And these guys go for it because they didn't grow up with women who look like that. You know, I think it's more lust when it comes to black men. Even though you'll never see us writing books on how to get a white woman. These guys know if they have money and resources, those women are going to flock to them, you know? But black women, they're going to write books and they're going to heavily promote that agenda themselves without the media, you know? But again, if I grew up in the hood in the South, I've never been around Latinas before. But then I'm seeing Latinas with big asses and long hair, and you know, let's say I moved to Miami, you know what I'm saying? I moved to New York or Philadelphia, and I'm seeing different types of women I've never seen before. And I got the money and the resources to snag her. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna snag her. Yeah, I'm at the store. Yeah, they want us to tell. They ain't going this way. So we have to really look at where we are in society. We can't be trying to point the finger. Pointing the finger does nothing. I see black women try to blame us for colorism, but you perpetuate colorism by lowering yourself to comparing yourself to white women. If you're better than white women, you don't have to compare yourself to white women. You really don't. You don't have to follow behind that light-skinned girl because you have low self-esteem. How many of us have seen light-skinned women as the leaders of the group? Christopher crazy, man. Christopher crazy, man. He crazy. So I just want y'all to understand, I'm getting down to the root of this. I'm not talking about what YouTubers are saying. I'm not talking about, what posts are going viral. I'm getting to the root, I'm getting to the root of this issue with biracial and light-skinned women. And the fact that they are put on a pedestal. But I think that the media, if you look at the women that they're putting in these roles, they're helping that. They're pushing that forward. I was on this blog one time, and the blog post, it was like a top 10 or whatever. Each photo on that post was of a black woman with a white man or an Asian man. So they had like this top 10. What's up, True? Top 10, that 9, 10. No, it had 9, 10, 8, 7. You know what I'm saying? And every photo that they used was a black woman with a white or a Asian man. So when we look at where we are, there are many different ways that we can look at and approach it, right? You got light-skinned and biracial women on social media, right? They will claim black. They will claim blackness, okay? But every once in a while, they will tell you exactly who they are. You get them upset enough. They will tell you exactly who they are and what they are. Once again, people, I'm getting to the root of this. Y'all got to give me some time to really delve deep into it. You do have pro-blacks. who have biracial children. Or have relationships with white people. You got a black man with a white woman, and then you got a black woman with a white man, or a non-black man. They'll be the main ones talking about biracial people or white or black. Do you know why? Because they feel a little guilty by the fact that they have biracial children. So they're going to push a narrative that if my kids, I can't be going around saying that my mixed kids aren't black, and then being pro-black. Or I can't say that my mixed kids are mixed when I'm pro-black. So I'm going to say, mixed people are black. Kaepernick is black. All these other, non-black, leaders, they're black because of what they have at home that they're raising. So they're the main ones who will defend biracials leading black people. I have seen countless biracial women trying to speak for the black community, speaking for black women, and black women will cheer them on. And I think that the women who are cheering them on have low self-esteem. If you support a guy like Kaepernick, for whatever, even though people may feel like he's taking a knee for a good cause, you know what I'm saying? He still is not a black man. He was raised by white parents, and we don't even know which one of his parents is black. Okay? We don't even know which parent is black. I mean, his real parent is black. So I think that we should slow our roll on trying to embrace biracial people as black. To me, if you're a biracial person and you want to call yourself black, have at it. But I'm not about to sit up there and call you black just cause, because you can pull that biracial card anytime you want, you know what I'm saying, at me. I mean, which would be the wrong move, because I would throw it back in your face. That card has no funds, it's insufficient. Don't throw that card in my face. It ain't gonna work. Like the stream, people. We getting deep into this. You also have situations where you will have black women who will have affairs or relationships with non-black men. They will have really light-skinned kids with dark-skinned men. Now, I know that this can happen, but there have been instances where those kids are growing up thinking they have two black parents when they really don't. And the man is raising a child that's not even his. I think I've seen that myself. And what happens is you have a culture of young black people that think it's cool to be mixed. But nowadays, it's not. Nowadays, it's cool to be blacker than black. How many of us was in high school and people just tell, I'm mixed with Indian, I'm mixed with Puerto Rican, I'm mixed with white. I literally had this dark-skinned dude tell me that he's mixed with white, or one of his parents is mixed or something like that. I mean, but this guy, he's an epic loser. He was an epic loser. So he's an epic loser. And but those instances happen. You got, women cheating with the guy who runs the corner store in the neighborhood. He runs the corner store in the neighborhood. Those situations goes on. But people, this is me getting to the root of it. We get to the root of it. We gonna get to it. You know what I'm saying? But I really do believe that light-skinned biracial women are becoming the standard of beauty, because in Hollywood, they want to mix races. They want to see biracial couples. They want to see black men with non-black women with white men. So I think that that's becoming more and more popular in Hollywood, and they definitely want to push that narrative on to other people, and people are biting, Shout out to everybody that's here. Let me say, we're thinking about Tamron Hall. I heard about Tamron Hall. Listen, I heard about Tamron Hall marrying his older white man, because she was actually dating the guy that was on MSNBC, the Lawrence guy. She was dating him, but I didn't know she was with somebody new. I did not know that, that this was a new guy. I did not know this was a new guy, Sheesh. Nah, I see you. Shout out to everybody that's coming to the chat. We got one lame ass nigga. I think he's in his fields. I said loser like a white what? Hold on. Let me see something. Let me see. Bro, I hope you're not in your feelings. You need to get out your feelings, man. If you feeling some type of way, you shouldn't even be here. Yeah, pregnant at 48. And I bet she's getting I bet Tamron Hall is getting all types of applauses. Tamron Hall is getting all types of applauses right now. We're getting her a white man. Yeah, she dated Lawrence O'Donnell. She literally dated Lawrence O'Donnell. Older than old Lawrence O'Donnell. That's who she dated, family. This guy's in his 60s. She's in her 40s, and she's dating this guy. She said she was going to get her a white man. No. Tamron said she was going to keep going till she got... You know what's funny? When she got fired, all these Negroes took up for her, man. all these Negroes was doing response videos in defense of Tamron Hall. That was the most, that was the weirdest shit I've ever seen. Why are you niggas making response videos to a woman who cares nothing about your community? And these niggas is making response videos. They're making response videos to defend a woman who don't want your black ass. She don't want you. And you can have brothers making videos in defense of her. This is, look at that. She with another older white man. She loved them old heads. And you have black men making videos defending her, going to bat for her because she got fired. And I bet I bet she has all these self-hating black females in the comment section like, you go girl, and you got your white man, and they talking about how they gonna get them one. That's the mentality of some of these females, man. He's a music exec. Well, I wonder how you brothers feel who is defending her. I wonder how you brothers feel. How do you feel knowing y'all made videos, to basically defend her, and she went and got her a Brad or Chad? She went and got Chad's dad. She went and got Chad's dad. You know, she ain't got Chad, she got Chad's dad. I'm telling you, man. I don't know what's going on with some of these guys, man. Why was y'all defending this woman? And y'all see for yourself that she wasn't checking for any of you. Yeah, they cheer a lot of these black women who get with these older, white men who, basically are looking for a younger black woman who can, do the dishes and the laundry and clean the house and do all types of sexual acts and without question. That's what they looking for. That's what they looking for, fam. That's what they looking for. He looking for Brad's dad. No, not Brad. Because Brad is bottom shelf. Chad's dad. That's what she's looking for. Chad's dad. Dude don't even look happy. I mean, he probably said, I got me a chick who's 40 something. She about to have my baby. But bro, you better make sure she make more money than you. Okay? Yeah, how many of us are surprised she's with the white man? How many of us are really surprised that she's with a white man? Nobody ever. Yeah, Brad is bottom shelf. Brad is the bottom shelf white dude. Chad is more the upper, the upper white man. So we call white dude. So we call him Chad. That's Chad's dad, Chad's uncle. But shout out to everybody that's here, man. Yo, Naima, yeah, you can't doze off because you might end up, blocking, 2-3 people. Because, when you fall asleep, your hands sort of just slip off. And that can happen. I've heard that happening. But I am going to take phone calls. I'm going to let y'all call in. What y'all think about these biracial women? I mean, y'all look at Instagram. Look how many of these it ain't just the athletes. You got, executives in the industry, business moguls, what I'm saying? Dope dealers. So I'm going to go ahead and take phone calls and get y'all in the conversation as well. Make sure y'all like the stream, people. Y'all call in. Let's keep the phone calls as brief as possible. Okay, if this was one of my later shows, I may let it go on longer than it should. But yeah. Oh man. All right. Shout out to Albert Choice. Appreciate that, Albert Choice. Shout out to all the super chatters, everybody that's supporting, man. Go get y'all a shirt, man. Let me put another plug in on the shirts, man. Go get you a shirt at the Teespring store. Show some support for the JDB brand. You know what I'm saying? This is a brand now. This ain't just me making. This is a brand. Goddamn it! You want to be a part of the team? Get some goddamn gear, okay? And I will have some new designs in very soon. You know, the designs cost money. I hope y'all know that. Getting good designs costs money. All right. So I know y'all got some opinions, man. I seen y'all in the chat room typing. Because they have said that, you know, pretty soon America's gonna be very mixed up. You know, you got the Mexicans or the South Americans coming in from the south border, and then you got other people immigrating to this country from other countries. And you got, you know, black and white people mixing together. Hollywood is already a step ahead promoting this. They want to make sure that we out there chasing, you know, the lighter toned, you know, light eyes type women. Brian, I had the coffee mugs in there, but I took them down. There's no demand for it. But if y'all in the chat room would like to see me put coffee mugs or phone cases back in the Teespring store, just let me know in the chat room. That's all you got to do. But I may add some more stuff in there just to diversify, because I like options just like everybody else. Are biracial women and light-skinned women taking over? We already see them everywhere. In movies, TV shows. I mean, Nina Simone is being played by a Afro-Latina. What's going on, Raina Woman? Make sure y'all check out my latest video today that I have posted on my other channel. Y'all go and check that video out. All right. That's the link to the Teesprings. You know. Well, Superfly, I think you're more concerned about my opinion than your lifestyle. I'm merely having a discussion because this is a discussion that is going to be the future of this country. The future of this country is biracial, bro. If you look at how things are starting to mix together with all of the people immigrating to this country. So we really have to take a look at this. I know this is a very uncomfortable conversation for some of y'all, but we need to have it. You can't run away. Stop running away from these conversations. Don't run away. Do not run away. I just want to know from y'all, you know, because this is a narrative that's being pushed, man. Y'all want to blame black men for, you know, colorism, when really, if you look at how everything is out there and being promoted, I mean, we're not doing that shit. We're taking advantage of it, but we're not promoting it, you know. Mr. Scott, I don't think it's about that. Shout out to Naomi 415. Thanks, Jay. Appreciate that, Naomi. Shout out to Naomi. Yeah, white people are becoming a minority. They're definitely becoming a minority. That's why white people are fighting so hard for their existence. People want to talk about how, white supremacy this and white supremacy that. White people are fighting for their genetic survival. Look at what's going on in Europe. Some countries are trying to stop mass immigration into their country. They're trying to stop mass immigration into their country. Yeah, of course. But if you look at Texas, you look at Arizona, New Mexico, Nevada, California, there's a lot of mixing going on in those areas. California, man, you will look weird if you're not with somebody of the opposite race. Ask anybody from California. If you ask anybody from California, they will say that it's normal to see people with non-black or non-white, whoever that they're dating, Germany, Italy. Yeah, Germany is letting everybody in. Germany, France, Italy was, I believe they slowed that down. I think they slowed that down. But some of these, I think Sweden are allowing, Arabs into their country like it ain't nothing, Hungary and Poland say over their dead bodies will their race become niggerized. Yeah. Some countries are very resistant to the EU's, trying to basically force them to have all of these Arab migrants come into their country, Ireland became a swirler's paradise. Really? Are you telling me that they're swirling in Ireland? That's interesting. Mila, I'm a dumbass. Aw. Mila is in her feelings, y'all. I know y'all can't see her comments. And she's a white woman with a mixed kid. Let me tell you something. Don't come in my chat room, you idiot, and disrespect the host. Okay? This is the call-in number. Hey, white woman with mixed kid, why are you in your feels? Nobody was talking about you. I'm telling facts. I'm talking facts about what's going over there in Europe. Okay? Are you in your feels? Fuck out my chat room. Unattractive idiot. Always people in their feelings. If you disagree with what I got to say, why are you here? I'm sick and tired of unattractive people. Always want to come to you talk calling people dumbasses and idiots. No, you're the idiot because you're in my chat room in your feelings. Nobody gives a fuck whether you like black dick or not. Who cares? Alright. Make sure y'all like the stream. Is anybody gonna call in? Why y'all gonna wait till somebody else call in first? Okay, one of my regulars. Why don't y'all call in first to let other people feel comfortable and safe? Because this is a safe place. Well, she's not blocked. Number one, the particular female ain't blocked. I didn't block her. She's right here in the chat. Oh no, she's put on timeout. Well, she can call in. Hey, Mila, call in. Call in. But if you get disrespectful, you're going to get flame live. Because I'm in, I if I have to go in, I will. But I'm normally a nice guy. I'm normally a nice guy. So, But yeah, the phone line's open. Tell me why I'm a dumbass. Let me know why I'm a... You say you tried to call in. Hold on, let me make sure this number's right. Man, I had somebody call my Skype today, man. I opened up my laptop when I take my Skype calls on, and somebody had called. I did block somebody, so hopefully, you know, you're not the person I blocked. Because they calling me, you know, after hours. Okay, let's see. All right. Hey Jay, I'm trying to call but can't get through. Y'all can't get through? Hold on, man. Why y'all can't get through? Oh, let me do a bit check on this because phone line should be working. Let's see. All right, let's see if this works. Okay, hold on, guys, hold on. Let me see, cause I'm calling it too, and it's not. Did I change my number? It should be working. Hold on. I don't know why it's not working. Nelly say you called twice. What's going on, David? Say it's not working. All right. I don't know why phone lines isn't working. Maybe. Let me see if I have it on here. I got Skype on here. Let's see, I got Skype on here. Don't know why it wasn't working, but we gonna figure it out. Okay. Somebody just called me today. So I'm like, no, it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. Well, I don't know what it is, but we gonna keep the dialogue going. I just set your notifications because. Okay, hold on. Let me see settings. Okay, that's Skype number. That's a number there. See. Hold on, people. Now let's say she got too much to say. Let's see. Okay. Let me just check. Checking on it. Just give me a second. Doing all this on the fly. Okay. That's what it should be working. Don't know why it's not working. I may have to restart this. Maybe I'll have to restart it. Okay, I'm gonna have to restart this. I'm gonna have to restart it. Alright. Yeah, I know a lot of y'all have a lot to say, you know, and I have, you know, I know I had a lot to say on this too. Restart that. So I'm gonna restart this device and then see how it goes from there. But it should be working. Don't know why it's not working now. Okay, but is there any other topic related to this that y'all want to let me know about in the chat room real quick? There's anything related that I can speak on real quick while this thing restarts that y'all may want to ask me about while I can do that. There's a lot going on. Oh yeah. Yeah, so y'all gotta give me a chance to get this going. Yeah, because everything looks like it's in order. Just Skype is messing up right now. But like the stream, people. Oh yeah, when it comes to lighter skinned biracial people, I think we're quick to trust them when it comes to making decisions for us as black people. I've noticed that as well. We tend to think that they know what's best. That's why you will see a lot of us follow a Kaepernick when we know that he's full of shit. You know he's full of shit. The media also promotes same-sex relationships. Oh, they've been doing that. They do that a lot. The media definitely promotes, you know, men getting with men and women getting with women, especially like women getting with women. I've noticed that they promote a lot of that, like with your female like pop artists. Like they promote that a lot, you know. They promote that a lot. You know. They will you see these female artists, they'll get these little short haircuts and they'll talk about how they're bisexual and they like women, but then they're in a relationship with a man. You already from that shit's mixed, but more woke than most. So the girl from Blackish, she's mixed too. Isn't the guy who plays the older son, isn't he mixed as well? I think all them kids is mixed. I think all them kids is mixed, man. That's why I'm telling y'all, is the standard for what blackness is changing? Has it changed? If it's forever changed due to the media wanting to sort of whitewash certain things, you know? And I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I look at what's going on, what's being portrayed out there, and so in the society, you know. All right. That was the only one I've noticed in Cali. Every other woman bisexual. I'm sort of not complaining though. Yeah, a lot of women are more, you know, they're more upfront about the fact that they like women and they like men. They like both. They like it all. Like, what's her name? Tiana Taylor. Tiana Taylor is the typical female that you will see probably in California or, you know, society. She's a woman who, even though she's married, she still does thottish shit, like takes very thottish photos. She likes to date women on the side. She's very masculine. She will get in the face and try to fight men, you know. They don't want to. Yeah, Tracy Ellis Ross is mixed as well. Girls mixed is Marseille. Okay, so she's not mixed, but the rest of them are mixed. From Kid and Play Joe. I thought that was some goofy shit, Johnny. I thought that was some goofy shit. It didn't, like, why do a skit like that? That was a weird skit to do. You know, it was a very weird skit. But yeah, they're promoting bisexuality definitely in black women, especially in black women. Tiana was born with a dang-a-lang. Well, she definitely wears the pants in that marriage. I think she be telling Iman what to do, man. She definitely tells Iman what to do, man. You know, she definitely be putting Iman, you know, in line. Like, they want to have threesomes. She picks the women. He don't pick the women. She pick the women. You know, that's the type of relationship they got, where she's picking the women and he's sort of sitting off to the side most of the time, probably not even joining in. That's why you have to sneak behind her back and smash them chicks, man. I think she be yelling at Iman when he don't do what she tell her. When he don't do, what she want. I think she be yelling at him. But there's a lot of agendas that they're pushing out there, man. They're pushing the black lesbian. They're pushing the effeminate black male who's, waffle colored, who's weak and soft, and, even with men who are considered masculine, they'll find some way to make them look, docile and pathetic. Yeah, Amon be cleaning the house. Amon cleans the house. He has to babysit the kid while she goes off and do what she wants to do. Mixed women start winning more awards than dark-skinned women. That'll be an issue. I mean, I could see that. I mean, you got Cardi B. Cardi B still gets a lot of support, even though she's not black at all. But people make excuses and say, well, she's an Afro Latina. I mean, I ain't know. So an Afro Latina looks that like that? Okay. Y'all just pulling hairs. Hey, Miller, you're an idiot because you're probably a single mom living in a trailer, okay? Who are in my live streams looking for my attention. There's no BBC here for you, Mila. Mila, there's no BBC for you here, Mila. Now, I'm going to get this Skype straight where you can call in. Instead of seeking my attention, you triggered... Okay, you triggered Dirty Blonde, okay? In my chat room looking for my attention. I don't even know why you here. I don't talk about white people issues like that because white people can handle their own. They're doing a pretty good job of making sure Captain Marvel does not do very well. Them white dudes are out there petitioning and boycotting and saying, F this movie. They're against us. Look at that. Now she want to call names. The fag is the dude that raised you. Okay? That's the dude that raised you. You dirty blonde heifer, you with your mutt. Your father did a terrible job raising you. Okay? He did a horrible job raising you. You're an awful human being. You're a dirt blonde, white trash who goes to black channels to fit in. You will never fit in with black people, heifer. You will never, ever, 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 ever fit in with black people, Mila. Mila, you will always be on the outside looking in. You will never, ever, I don't care how many black dicks you grab, you will never fit in with black people. Okay, Mila? You will never fit in with black people. You will always be the loser of the white community. You out here with mutts and you thinking that, that means that you can fit in with black people. Y'all can go to her channel. She got videos up. Go to her channel. She got videos up. Somebody don't make her get that MAGA hat. She's too white trash to be a Donald Trump supporter. I mean, you got some white trash people that are Donald Trump supporters, but she's bottom of the barrel. She's one of these white trash white liberals. Let me call this line. She's right there in the chat room. Go look at her channel. She ain't here looking for my attention, looking for BBC. Looking for a black man to help her raise her mixed kid. Nobody's coming to the rescue, heifer. Dirt blonde, white trash. Looking for attention. Okay, I think we got it now. People. Hey, Mila, you want to call in? I'm telling you right now, you better call in apologizing for your chat room BS and there we go. Now we got the phone lines working. I need to do a quick update. I think that's what it was. Probably can't even cook. Can't cook. Can't do hair. Yo, Miller can't even cook. She can't do hair. Useless. Okay? Just useless. Just useless. Now, I don't hate mixed people at all. I'm just talking about the woman that's raising one. All right, you're live with Jada Black.
Hey, Jada Black, it's me, Natalie.
What's going on, Natalie?
Hey, how you doing? So I wanted to speak on this subject because I feel like as a dark-skinned woman, it's a very important topic to me, not only controversial. But I would have to say that I think, like, of course, we can say that biracial women have become the standard of beauty. And then we have to ask ourselves why, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, what it all boils down to is that you can't let people tell you what the standard of beauty is, you know what I'm saying? Because to me, it's like, it's just another, like, thing of white supremacy and them pushing this narrative, you know? Mm-hmm. But and another thing I wanted to say is, like, as a black dark-skinned woman, yeah, I see it all the time, but it's just like, I mean, it really don't affect me. It doesn't affect my personal life, but I just look at it as something, like, as far as, like, the media, like, I just know that, you know, their media has never been any good to black people, period. So I just really, you have to look at the shit for what it is. Propaganda, of course, they're trying to whiten the race. And I was just having this conversation earlier with somebody, and we were talking about the same thing. But it's just that I think people have to do individual work. Like, you have to recognize what game is being played, whose standard of beauty this is, and things like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's why I tell people you have to look deeper. Like, they want to point the finger and say, oh, you're pushing colorism. But they got to understand the media has their agendas, man. And, you know, they want us to basically, you know, work on beating each other out. I'm not saying people shouldn't want to date who they want to date. Of course, you're going to date who you want to date. But I'm just saying when it comes to lighted skin and biracial people, the Kaepernicks of the world, they're being boosted up for a reason. If Kaepernick was a dark-skinned black man, do you think he'd have the following that he has?
Right. But also, have you also noticed how, like, the rap game has gotten more lighter? Like, look at Cardi B. She won Best Artist over Nicki. The whole conversation about Bruno. Look at Drake. I mean, just really think about it.
Yeah, I mean, Tekashi 6ix9ine. You go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying you got the Tekashi 6ix9ines and the Blueface and Trippie Redd and all these other guys. Yeah.
Yeah, so like I said, at the end of the day, yes, of course it's true that they're pushing this narrative that, you know, biracial women are supposedly the beauty standard. But as a dark-skinned woman, I know what game's been played. For me, it doesn't never have affected my life. And I do honestly, and I can say that colorism is definitely real, but it just depends on, I guess it depends on like, if we're talking about what they're promoting as far as media and stuff like that. Like, yeah, in the media, it's definitely colorism is alive and kicking. Like, where are the dark-skinned singers? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I know that sounds very surface, but think about it. Think about how just music, period, has become more lighter. And this, whose agenda is this? This is the white man's agenda. So at the end of the day, I feel like deeper is individual work we have to do, and we have to ask ourselves these questions. Whose beauty standard is that, and does that affect me? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's where I look at it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And if it doesn't affect you...
But that's all I wanted to say.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate the call, Natalie.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Appreciate it. All right. Thanks for the call. All right. Shout out to Natalie for calling in. Okay, well, Miller, what don't I have evidence on? What evidence do I don't have? You can call in. Tell me what I'm missing, because I think I'm speaking a lot of facts here. Okay? All right, you live? You live?
Hello?
Yeah.
It's JB Black. It's Johnny.
What's going on, Johnny?
Hello? Hey, I want to speak on this topic right here.
Uh-huh.
I'm fascinated. Okay? Because here's the thing.
Okay.
The whole color, yeah, it was the me that put the colorism. Yeah, because I don't complain about colorism all the time.
Uh-huh.
Then I'll try to come up with some kind of things. But like, look at the movies, TV shows, and music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I've been seeing that a lot lately around TV shows. So,
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to come up with some common sense. Hold on.
Okay, well, you got...
Huh?
No, I was gonna say, yeah, go ahead and tell me your opinion on the topic.
Yeah. I think, yes, racism does play a little part in it, but I don't complain about it. I just don't care because I'm trying to live my life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just like a lot of us are. You know, and one of the main reasons why this is a topic is because this is on the back of everybody's mind. And I'm just bringing it to the forefront. You know what I'm saying? Because when you look at everything, you look at hip-hop. Because I'm looking at hip-hop. I'm looking at how these new rappers look. And they don't look nothing like how they used to look. You know what I'm saying? And that's the point of topics like this. Is the media driving this home, or is that just we're just overplaying this? You know what I'm saying?
And yeah, hip hop, I mean, Heavy D. I mean, you got the late Heavy D was light skinned. Who else? I'm trying to think who else was light skinned. Who was light skinned?
Okay.
Well, we got the two members from Diggle Planet was light skinned, but we got one of them was brown skinned. So, I mean, yeah, they are pushing some light skin, but hey, that's the majority because people back using why they like it or not.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I appreciate you calling in and giving your take. I'm gonna get to some of these other calls that's coming in. All right.
All right. Peace out, JD.
Hey, peace out, bro. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to him. All right. Yeah, his opinion. All right. Callers are coming in and out, man. Let's see. But y'all go ahead and call in. That's the number. All right, you live.
Hey, what's up, Black? It's Brian, man. How you doing?
What's going on, man?
All right, man. Man, let's just say, this hip hop I don't recognize. You know, these it's the media is pushing their own narrative, man. They like I don't listen to Cardi B. I don't, you know, I don't like these people's style. I think they whack. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the '90s. These people, they shouldn't even be touching the mic. You have no business touching the mic. You know, it's crazy. They don't spend no knowledge or nothing, and they just get away from what's really real. You know. And I guess if it isn't about like what Pop used to do, put embedded commands in our minds to teach us, they don't want that, so they give you bullshit that's acceptable. And I just think, you know, we as a people, instead of like the whole mute R. Kelly, mute the bullshit. That's the real, you know what I'm saying? That's the real talk. Hey, Black, I'm gonna ask you a question. Did you see that Kevin Spacey YouTube video? This motherfucker cooking and singing.
No, I didn't see that video. I heard about it, but I didn't see it.
Man, crazy as a motherfucker. This motherfucker got, it's supposed to be like 12 counts of molestation of little boys, man. These motherfuckers got a cooking video, singing and all that, having a good old fucking time. But ain't nobody saying shit about him or his Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, man. They're trying to take down R. Kelly. They're trying to take down a dead Michael Jackson, but we ain't heard nothing about Harvey Weinstein or none of these other guys. Nope.
We ain't heard shit.
Nope.
And like, fuck, like R. Kelly, my thing is that look, I'll let it go because I grew up in that era when that shit was fine. And you know what? Niggas ain't give a fuck, and the bitches thought it was cheap. And when I was in high school, all they ever dated was older men. They ain't fuck with us. They fuck with older men.
Right.
And we fuck with older women. Right. So that's how it was. When you fuck with our own people our own age, that's how it was, and it still is to this day, as we speak right now. But this is what this is the only thing we can find a topic about, because it's the black man. Go after him, and I'm not race-bait. I'm just saying, I'm saying for what it is. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? If they was going after the other motherfuckers, I wouldn't have shit to say. But they're not doing that, and this is all I see.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy?
Anyway,
yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, love you, black. I wore a hoodie, man. Yo, blew a fucking mind.
You say you bought one?
He was like, I told you, I sent the pic with me wearing it.
What they say? What they say?
My ex saw and was like, what's that mean? Fucked her mind up, and I was like, hit the wall, baby.
Hit the wall.
And then I was like, man, fact, because I was at a party. And I said, man, fact, all y'all motherfuckers hit the wall. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, one love, Black. Keep it strong, man. I'm out.
All right, thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate your support, man.
Later.
All right, shout out to the brother. Say he wore his hoodie out, and they learned something new. Hey, Mila, when I call light-skinned people waffle color, I'm being what you would call sarcastic. See, if you were around black people, you would know what sarcasm is. I was using a form of sarcasm, Mila. Now, Mila, call in, all right? Don't be in the chat room typing, talking about a paper bag test. I know more about the paper bag test than you do, okay? That's what your people will do with black people in order to feel comfortable around them. But anyway, do y'all know that the attorney Michael Avenatti said that R. Kelly was a narcissist and he was going to spend the rest of his life in jail? A loser attorney talking about what somebody's going to do. How about you win a case, okay? All right. Hey, make sure y'all, let me put another plug in for the shirts, man. We gotta get more sales on these shirts, family. Go to Teespring, get y'all one, man. Wear this to a party. Wear this out to the grocery store. Wherever you gonna go, to the club, to see your baby mama. Get y'all one of these shirts, one of these hoodies, and y'all are gonna see the drastic improvement of the women around you, okay? Go do that. They're going to want to know what hitting the wall means. What the hell is a red pill? All right. But Millie, you asking a lot of questions, but you ain't calling in. Yeah, shout out to David. Yeah, David got his shirt. Yep. Yeah, but Michael Avenatti's a fucking loser. And I think the guy's a lunatic. He has that look in his eye of a lunatic. who can't even win cases. Yeah, he sent me a picture. I got it posted on my Instagram. I got two pictures posted on my Instagram of people that bought shirts. I need some more. You know, I really would like to see some of you young ladies go buy something so I could post to my Instagram, okay? Because other women will see you wearing that, and then they'll be like, what is that? Let me go see what's going on with this guy. Who is this guy? They'll learn something new. You know? The wall is definitely undefeated. Absolutely. Eric says, I bought one of your shirt, the red pin one. Okay, cool, Eric. Appreciate that, Eric. If you want me to post it on my Instagram, just send it to my email, or if you're on Twitter, you can DM it to me, or if you're on Instagram, you can DM it to me, wherever, you know. Yeah, I got them in a lot of different colors too, man. You know. So you need a hoodie. Okay. Put a link. If you haven't gotten a shirt yet, I'm gonna put the link back in the chat to the Teespring store, so y'all can go and get y'all one. You can also subscribe to the Instagram page for my t-shirts. You can subscribe to that because that's why I'm gonna be putting the new designs up. You know. All right. Oh shit. Hey, call back. My fault, man. My fault. I had hung up by mistake. So you might want to call back in. A hoodie dress. Hey, number one. Okay. Let me make sure now. Okay. Well, if you're a female, number one, if you wear a hoodie dress and you send it to me, I'll post it. No, all women are beautiful. I mean, Pandora, if you say so, you know, in every way. You know, I think black women are beautiful. I'm thinking of making a video about dark-skinned women being beautiful. But I'm going to explain to you why, you know. Hey, you can go get one. The hoodies will be just like a dress. You get a oversized hoodie, you know. Okay, listen. Okay, bitch. Let me say something to you, Mila. Why don't you call in? Call in, Mila. Mila, call in. You live?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi, Jay.
Hey, what's going on? What's your name?
Hi, my name is Shawnee. I'm calling in from Los Angeles, California. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you? Shanti? Are you Shantia? Are you Shantia?
Yeah.
Okay.
My nickname is Shawnee.
Okay. All right, Shawnee. Okay.
And I'm glad I was able to get through. You know, I was just impressed to call you because I really like, you know, the topic of tonight because I agree with you that it is uncomfortable for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, you know, I really appreciate that you are getting to the root of, you know, these issues within our race. And I do agree that, you know, for the longest time, biracial women have been promoted in the, you know, in the media, whether it's movies, music videos, and I just think that it just goes back to slavery. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
And just being in the, you know, Western civilization, you know, a white standard of beauty. So, no, I totally agree with you.
Yeah, and you know, one of the main reasons I feel like, you know, this should be a topic is because look at all the women who are being portrayed as black women, and look at how those women are promoted. Like Hollywood puts mixed people on a pedestal. It seems like they do.
That's true. That is so true. It's you know, it's unfortunate, but it is a reality. And I'm glad that you brought up, you know, the example of when Zoe Saldana accepted the Nina Simone role. You know, she is a Latina, you know, of African descent, but for the longest time, she wanted to disassociate herself with being black.
Mm-hmm.
But I just didn't think that was fair because she would take up all the black roles from the black women. It's like, you know, she would want to be associated as black, but she knew with Hollywood, they don't look at her as a Latina. They see her dark skin, her black features, you know, her curly hair. And, you know, she has to take those black roles. So I thought that was a good example for you to bring that up.
Yeah, that was the most noticeable one. Yeah.
And, you know, that's why I think it's great that you're talking about it, because you're keeping the narrative going. And I think more people are just, you know, just talking about it, keeping the narrative going. Because, like, Nina Simone's daughter, you know, she was very against it. And, you know, everybody just spoke up. And the movie, it flopped. And, you know, the reviews were horrible. So it just, you know, because she wasn't the right person for that role.
Right. They basically put her in blackface.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah. And the movie wasn't even a big movie. You know, they could have cast somebody. They could have cast a plethora of women just to show dark-skinned women some appreciation, you know, in that particular moment. Because it wasn't a big movie. You know what I'm saying? But I think...
You're right.
They're just comfortable. Yeah, they're just comfortable with the stars of the film not being, you know, African looking. You know.
That is so true. And, you know, just this topic alone, it touches me on so many different levels. Like, I'm quite sure, like, it touches so many Black people of color, you know, on so many different levels, because, you know, it's in our community, it's in our homes. You know, when a Black woman has a baby, what's the first thing that people want to see? They want to see, oh, what's the complexion of the baby? What's the texture of the hair? And,
right.
You know, and I've had many friends or peers that, you know, would stress themselves out the whole 9 months of their pregnancy. Oh, I don't want to have a dark-skinned child, or I don't want to have a child with a certain texture of hair. So it's crazy. You know, I've seen family, you know, get hit on because they were dark or made fun of. You know, like by aunts or cousins, and it's crazy. You know, and like in all Black families, you know, we have a wide range of colors, and we, you know, have Black family members are biracial, and it's like it's always a biracial child that gets uplifted and the praise. So it's really interesting, you know, that we're still dealing with this today.
Yeah, it is, and it's getting more and more to the point to where you have Black people who just giving up and they're supporting, you know, like the Cardi B's of the world and, you know, the Kaepernicks, because just, you know, they're not even fighting anymore. They're like, okay, well, you know, hey, they're standing up for us. You know, they got a little white in them, so they must be right. And it's like, nah, man, come on, man.
And then regarding Cardi B, like, I'd like to ask you your opinion of her, like using the N-word. You know, this is a girl that, you know, identifies as a Latina, but steady saying nigga and, you know, calling Black women roaches. Like, I just like to know, like, what's your take on that?
I
Even
think
though she's very.
I think she thinks she's better than Black women.
Accepted by the Black community. Like, I like to know, like, your thoughts about that.
I think Cardi thinks she's better than Black women. I think she probably used to talk cash shit about Black women, but because she needs them now, you know, and she knows her personality appeals to them, and she won't get criticized from it. Like, and y'all notice when people criticize Cardi, who's coming to her defense, you know, and it's a shame that y'all come to the defense of somebody who do think that they're better than you. Okay.
Yeah. That's so true. And again, like, I just appreciate you, you know, bringing up this topic, because it's so, it's very sensitive, and it hit close to home for me because, you know, like my father, he grew up. He was a baby boomer, so he grew up in the 50s and 60s, and you know, he was a dark-skinned child, but he had two light-skinned siblings, and he just would say, you know, like how, like when it'd be him, his siblings, and his mom walking down the street, like, you know, people will always be complimentary, mainly Black people, they would always be complimentary to the light-skinned siblings, and wouldn't say, they just would ignore him. And he's, you know, he says that never bothered him, but I think it really did have an effect on him, because it's, you know, I'm his oldest child, and he never married my mother, but it's like I'm his oldest and his darkest child. But it's really interesting how he went on and, you know, dumped my mom and got with the light-skinned woman and married her and had light-skinned kids. You know, so I just, you know, because you see that a lot, like when, like Black men, when they make it, you know, whether with education or, you know, in sports or whatever, entertainment. It just seems like they start out with a dark-skinned woman, may have some kids with her, but then when they make it, they'll get with that racially ambiguous or non-Black woman. And I just, it's just really interesting. That's all.
Yeah, I've heard that. I think that's happening. Actually, I think that's happening less and less. A lot of these guys who are with white women after they become pros, a lot of those guys were with those white women when they were in high school and college. Because a lot of these young black pro athletes, a lot of these guys are going to private schools. Far away from home.
Right.
So they're around white women from high school to college and then the NFL. That just become comfortable to them.
Right.
Yeah, because if that guy's with a white woman, he's been with them.
And then, like, I know with my situation, it's, like, I love my sisters, but I noticed that, like, my stepmom, she had, like, colorist problems. And I think a lot of it was personal because it was, since my dad, he was a player, messing with her, messing with my mom. So it was like a competitive thing, like, oh, my girls are light skinned, my girls have a certain texture. And she tried to make it, like, pit us against each other, like it was a jealousy thing.
Wow.
And it wasn't a jealousy thing for me, but I just really did not appreciate, her twisting things that way. It just, so.
Yeah,
it's really interesting.
Yeah,
and I had to talk to her about that because she would bring it up a lot. And I was like, no, it's not that I was jealous. I was like, maybe my feelings would be hurt because you refused to comb my hair. So I was like, you can't always look at things that way. You have to look at the whole picture. So it's really interesting.
Yeah. But I appreciate the call, and thanks for calling in. I'm going to get to some more of these calls, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Mila, you're out of here, Mila. You're obviously in your feelings. If these people are dumb, I think you're dumb. Everybody go to Mila's channel. You'll see exactly who that is. I think she's upset because people are roasting her in the chat room. Well, Mila, you're bothering these people. These people have done nothing to you, white woman. and you're all of a sudden looking for black attention. Go look for your baby daddy's attention. Okay, Mila? Nobody is trying or will date you. Shout out to Wayne Tillman. Miller, take the L before you ruin it for all the snow bunnies. Exactly. She's out here. This dirty blonde is out here acting ignorant. You'll probably die. Well, Miller, you're probably going to end up getting smacked around by some colorist Negro who probably hates you anyway. Women like Mila always end up with the crazy Negro that don't like black women anyway. They always end up with the dude who always putting the hands on these white chicks. She usually be the chick that ends up with that guy. These old dirt blonde on black channels. Well, I wouldn't consider this a black channel, but I talk about mostly black stuff. Stuff you would never understand, Miller. You never will, no matter how many mixed kids you have. Yeah, she wants to, like, you in the right place, Miller. Miller, I can do this all day. I can go in all day. I got jokes for days. I'll literally make you a part of this show. Okay, to where even the callers will call in and clown you. The people in the chat room are clowning you. Your whiteness will not save you in this situation. Okay? And you want to talk about the paper bag test. Something your people came up with. That's something your people came up with, idiot. Talking about, do you know about the paper bag test? Have you given the paper bag test to the people the black people you're around? She got 7 views and no subscribers. She got videos on the channel. She might have put them on private. Stop coming in people's chat room looking for attention, Alpha. People are donating to clown you. That says a lot about you. That says a lot about you. And the type of person that you are. You're looking for black attention. You should be somewhere, trying to be a better mother or a better role model. There's no attention here for you. There's only ridicule. Oh, she definitely crying, Marie. You should see the comment she left. Look, y'all should see. I'm not gonna show y'all because, like I said, I don't promote stupid people. But this comment shows you that she's hurt. But you came on my channel talking shit to me. Don't get mad because I can talk shit. I'm one of the best shit talkers you will ever see. I don't care who you are. I've never seen you. Shout out to number one. Appreciate that, number one. Shout out to you. Number one likes me just, going at you. People are literally donate. I want you to understand this is the cycle. See, I like to psychoanalyze people. I like to put people on the couch and psychoanalyze them. People are donating to me to roast you, and I don't even know you. Okay? You're out of your league on this one. I don't care if you're white or not. You're out of your league. Completely out of your league. I wish somebody would edit this shit so I can post it. But I'll just see about editing this out. Because I may need to edit this and put this up. I don't know. You know? Yeah, she was asking for it. Like, you coming into my domain. You coming into my domain looking for my attention. Your mixed kids ain't black. Get over it. Okay? Yeah, we having a discussion about biracial women becoming the standard of beauty, and she's mad because in her mind, white women will always be the standard of beauty, even though Asian women are marrying, the same caliber of men they are. As a matter of fact, they are marrying a lot of white men with money and resources. I think that's why she's upset, because white men are marrying. Because Asian women are marrying white men of resources and money at very high rates, and I think that's what's getting them in their feelings. I think that's what's getting in their feelings. If you are a non-black woman and you have biracial children, I'm not speaking about you. This is a conversation about the standard of beauty when it comes to the industry, when it comes to society, and the what they're trying to push out there. If you have mixed kids, I have nothing against you or your mixed family, or you're married to somebody who's black, or what, this, that, and the third. This is about, you got these ratchet non-black women who want to derail conversations, who want to sit there and be in their feelings because they're hurt, because they're not getting chose. They have that scarlet letter on them and they're upset about that. Yeah, the CEO of Facebook has a Asian wife. I don't know if Wesley Snipes with an Asian woman now. I don't know if he's with one now. Brian McKnight married to an Asian. Yep, he's with an Asian woman. Our black men love Asian women too. I think if they're on the East Coast, on the West Coast, it's a lot of Asians on the West Coast. A lot of Asians on the West Coast. Brady has an Asian woman. So make sure y'all get the likes up. Ron Cool directed Black Panther, and Creed is married to a Filipino woman. So is Dave Chappelle. Yeah, both. Ryan Coogler went to USC. For Seattle, Asian women are literally the perfect pair. All right, you live.
Yeah, Jay, I got you say you got the phones working now, right?
Yeah, the phone's working. What's going on, man?
Much, man.
anyway, I just want to say a couple things here.
All right.
You know, in America, people, black people, whatever people, you got to realize that it's all about money. It's all about money.
Okay.
And and like, say for instance, that supermodel Naomi Watts, she's dark complected, and she's fabulous, and she makes a lot of money, And
you say Miracle
like I
Watts?
said,
Are you talking about the
black people
Instagram
kind of
model?
brainwashed and thinking this light skin thing is good. And it's like you say, the media pushes too. But I think, to me anyway, it's all about money. If you got dark skin and you carry yourself in a presentable way, and you know how to, take care of business, and you make money, they're gonna promote you, no matter if you dark skin or whatever.
Well, I think that if you look at the way things are going, people believe that there's a narrative being pushed, and they see it and they believe it. So this is just a discussion point for everybody to bring their views, to the forefront.
Yeah, right. So, like I said, to me, that's what I think anyway. So,
okay. All right, that's all you got. That's all you want to add.
Yeah, that's all I want to say. I just want to,
Okay.
All right. Thanks a lot, man.
Hey, thanks for the call, man. Appreciate it.
All right.
All right. Shout out to the brother for calling in. Just want to add his 2 cents in there. Hold on. I don't know what's going on with this. Sometimes. All right. There we go. I think it's stabilizing. There we got that. Shades, how you know what race he is? He might be a brother. Black men from the Northeast, sometimes, or even from I would say the West Coast, they may sound a little different, man. Pandora, childish, man. Pandora. All right, you're live with Jada Black.
Oh, hey, what's up, Jada Black? Yeah, this is Brother Con Bay calling from Virginia.
Hey, man, what's good?
Yeah, man. I see the topic that y'all calling to discuss about the whole thing about all the light-skinned women, biracial women becoming the standard of beauty. And I say, yes, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a dark-skinned brother saying this, man.
Okay.
So I do understand why more black women, especially why more dark-skinned black women, such as Chrissy and such as Paris Milan, I don't always agree with everything they say, but I do understand the rising wave of dark-skinned people, I guess, however you want to call it, becoming more militant because they feel the need to defend or define the definition of blackness. And their attitude is, well, hey, if we start allowing biracial and multi-ethnic and racially ambiguous people to call themselves black, it's kind of like the same equivalent of the ADOS argument, that if you allow everyone to come in, then that screws up the original definition, and it screws up the standard for what something should be and shouldn't be. But at the same time, I don't think that the answer is to attack or disrespect lighter skin or biracial brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying? Because you can't help the physical body that you're born into. You know, but my only argument as far as people like Chrissy and Paris Milan, who, you know, this black women in our own families that we know that always want to ask the stupid played out question, why they want a white girl? Why they want a white girl? Or why he married an Asian woman or a Latino woman? And they all just jump to conclusions and they try to say that we don't like black women or we don't want black women. And that couldn't be any further from the truth. Even in porno flicks, there are certain porns that cater to the interracial fantasy. They don't understand that some brothers just want to taste the rainbow. Some brothers just like all the women.
Yeah.
If she's fine, if she's on point, if she's sexy, Asian, Latina, they don't give a damn if she's an Eskimo. If she's fine and sexy and on point, brothers gon' hit it. You got brothers in the military, brothers that travel, brothers getting passports, brothers that's getting that international love. So what we kindly said in the Manosphere, MGTOW videos, all this type of stuff like that, black women in America have to learn how to compete. If you can't compete, you're obsolete. Brothers ain't gonna choose you just because you're black. Just like how we had to get on them sisters that was attacking Michael B. Jordan last year. And that's the real issue, man, as I close out, man. A lot of black women don't want to compete. And I do admit brothers do date outside their race more than sisters do. I'm not saying this right, but I do agree, man. You can't fight the future. The future does look multi-ethnic, multiracial. You know, a lot of people are going to be quote-unquote beige in the future. However, there's going to be a silver lining in it for dark-skinned people, because that means that dark skin is going to become the rare, exotic thing. While most people are going to be biracial, beige, multi-ethnic in the future.
Yeah, that's
That's all I got to say about that, man.
Okay. All right, cool. Thank you for the call and bringing your input in, man.
Oh, all right, man. I love your show. Keep doing the good work, man.
All right, thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, peace and love.
All right, peace, man. Shout out to the brother calling in. It's a very interesting take, man. Like, the ideas, you know, everybody, you know, they have different ideas that they want to bring to the conversation, you know. So, there was one thing I forgot to say, I forgot to mention earlier. One of the reasons why I made this a topic was because of the video I did. I did a live stream about, you know, white women who may or may not have been kind of darkening their skin tone to look like biracial or, you know, light skinned women, basically biracial women, because they can't look black, can't look biracial, and that was one of the catalysts for the topic of this stream, because there were people saying that those white women were trying to emulate black women in a sense, or the biracial or light-skinned or Latino women out there. So that was one of the reasons why I brought it up. All right. Make sure y'all like the stream, man. Like the stream. Hey, man, people have their own takes, man. I'm not about to argue with nobody about their opinions. Everybody has their own opinion. That's why I love about being able to interact with y'all and how y'all call in. I keep hearing people say black women don't want to compete. Can you explain that, Jay? Well, there are black women, Marie, who they feel like black men shouldn't be dating out. They feel like black men should only seek to have a black woman like them. They don't feel like they should have to compete over the men that they want. I think that's what some men are saying. That there are black women out there who don't want to have to compete for certain men. Yeah, Vern, that's why I like taking phone calls. I like to hear the people's take, man. A lot of y'all have some very interesting points, man. Sometimes we don't want to type it. We just want to speak on it, you know? Make sure that y'all like the stream too. You know, like the stream. Yeah, that was me that called. Yeah. All right, Kari. All right, you live.
Yo, Jay, what up? This Casey. What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, Casey? That much, man.
Chilling. I do believe to an extent that lighter skinned women have become the standard for society as a collective, not for each individual, because, you know, you do have some of us, including myself, who still prefer black women, Caribbean women for me specifically. But you got some sisters out there that, you know, like to date out. Some of us brothers like to date out as well. Now, I don't really, you know, I agree. I'm like you when it comes to interracial dating. I don't really push it, you know, but, you know, you fall for who you fall for. You date who you date. Right. You know, it's not a problem for me. I don't care. As long as you're not pushing us brothers down, or if you're a dude pushing the sisters down while you do it. Just say you want to be with that person because of who they are as an individual. Now, I will say this, though. I've seen in the chat room, and just before I called in, I've seen some women saying that they're not in competition. Now, to be fair, to a degree, you still as a black woman are still competing with other women, because some black women out there, not all, some black women are competing for the athletes. They're competing for the businessmen. They're competing for the brothers that they see leading a family for them one day or whatnot. You have other women, other ethnicities of women that like that type of brother too. So in essence, you as a woman are still competing for that alpha male that you see leading your family. So whether you want to believe it or not, you're still in competition.
Yeah, alphas have a guy who is considered an alpha male. They will have women competing over them. You know.
Exactly. So, you know, these same women are saying that they not competing and whatnot, you know, they oblivious. They may not believe it consciously, but subconsciously, these are the same women that they may not say out loud, but they'll think, you know, damn, like, why is he with that white girl? Why is he with this Hispanic? Why is he with this Latina girl? You know, some of these women, you know, have to think maybe they add something to their life other than being, you know, giving them another taste of the rainbow, so to speak, or what have you. You know, sometimes some of the sisters really have to think, and I've caught myself saying this to some sisters before, you can't just expect us to date you just because of the strength that you black. What value can you add to my life? Can you handle finances? If we have children, do you have the patience to raise that child? There's a whole grocery list of things that you want as black men to do, but you don't expect us to act the same way in kind for you to add value to my life. If I have you, a white woman or a Hispanic woman, standing in front of me, just by the color of y'all skin tone, off of preference, I'm going to go towards the black woman. But when I dig deeper, when it comes to her character and so forth, if she ain't shit, then it's like, okay, well, I'm not gonna fuck with her. I'm gonna go to the other options that I have, especially if I'm the type of man where I put myself in position to have those type of options. That also plays a big part in it.
Yeah, I think, because nowadays, especially as a black man, we do have a lot of options. If you look at, especially, let's say, we have a big enough following on social media alone. You know what I'm saying? Whatever we're doing, we're still going to have options. You have women all different backgrounds that are going to be interested in us.
Exactly. I agree as well, because, as long as your face clean, you can pretty much go anywhere. You can go to Europe. You can go back to the motherland. You can go to Africa. You could probably find a fine Eskimo, like the other callers mentioned before. He had me cracking up. If you find a fine ass Eskimo or some shit, and if she respects you as a man and do everything, cooks and cleans, whatever standards you have, if she meets those standards, then hey, I'm sorry, but she gonna be at the top of the list. I'm not just going now. I love my sisters, but y'all have to come up with a better. Some of y'all, not all, of course, because I know some of them in the chat room probably gonna try to chew my head off, but some of y'all, I'm only speaking to maybe the dysfunctional ones. Y'all have to come up with a better excuse than just to say, oh, well, I'm a sister, I'm black, you should automatically date me. You have to add value to that man's life. for him to date you and choose you, because now you sounded like a pick-me girl at that point.
Interesting. Because
But
yeah, I know they call women. I know women will call other women pick-me's for like kind of pandering. That's what I've kind of heard from it. Or just going for a guy just cause, you know what I'm saying? I have heard that, you know.
True. But I just want to make one quick last point, because it was on my mind while you was trying to get the phone lines back up. This is something that I noticed with certain black women. Let's just say the dysfunctional ones, right? Not all of them.
Okay.
When it comes to the effeminizing of black men, especially dark skinned, more darker toned black men, have you noticed that women, especially some sisters, especially the dysfunctional ones, they gear towards the lighter skinned males? They view them more as masculine, I guess you could say. But then when you look at the Billy Porter situation, they claim they want a masculine man and everything, but yet you're on IG supporting what Billy Porter and men like Billy Porter doing, wearing a dress and whatnot. But when you're looking for a quote-unquote masculine male, you're gearing towards the waffle-colored guys or whatever. Like, you're looking for a Drake, you're looking for an Odell Beckham, or someone that's not really the epitome of quote-unquote blackness or what have you. What's your thoughts on that?
I don't know about light-skinned masculine, because I've heard even light-skinned dudes say, well, women will say that they don't think that light-skinned dudes are masculine or tough or something like that, or weak. But I have seen myself, there are black women who gravitate towards lighter-skinned men. I've seen it personally. I've seen it up close. Like, I've seen chicks like gravitate towards a guy because he's light-skinned, got brown eyes, you know. So I have seen that. But normally they probably were already into light-skinned dudes anyway, you know. They were already into them anyway, you know.
Oh, okay, that's true. But I'm going to go ahead and let some other callers get in, and I'm going to get back in the chat room. Thanks for the call.
All right, thank you, man. Appreciate the phone call.
All right, no problem.
All right. Shout out to the brother for calling in. The dark-skinned women page on Facebook is a standard of beauty for me. Okay. Simba J said they played out since the 90s. All I date, but dark-skinned men are beautiful. So Marie, you say you date light-skinned dudes? So Marie, you're basically, you know, you're one of those females that like lighter-skinned men, right? Is that what you're saying? Because like I said, women who, if I see a female gravitating towards light-skinned dudes, but they'll say they like black dark-skinned guys, normally they are into light-skinned dudes mainly. Like, you're only gonna see them with light-skinned dudes. Some females rather go single than date a dude who don't fit what they want. You know what I'm saying? There's a constant theme with the men that they date. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, everybody does have a preference. Any of you ladies want to call in? I'm seeing y'all in the chat room. You're welcome to call in and respond. Okay, imagine if you will. You say you're not into light skin guys, okay? Well, we all have our preferences. Pandora says that's me. So you got chicks that love the light skin. They like the light skin. Oh man. Wow. I mean, just say you love light skinned men, Pandora. You know, but you can't blame black men for that, because at the end of the day, it's up to us for you know, to choose our preferences. We can't use other people to be our preferences. All right, Jaye, this is That's the phone number right there. Shade's getting down to it. She said her preference is Dizzick. Hey, J. I just put the number in the chat if you want to call in. Willie to my light skin brother. Stop it, Willie. Stop it, Willie. Let's see. Okay, Taryn. Taryn, you said you got biracial child. Okay. That's fine, Taryn. That's okay. That's fine. That's me. Who doesn't date anyone if they aren't retired? Alright, let's see who's here. Alright, you're live.
Hi, this is Denise.
What's going on, Denise?
Okay, so yeah, I just left the chat room.
Okay,
But,
okay, hold on. Is
I
this
do
is
wanna
this
comment.
the Denise that's always like first in the chat? Is this you?
I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Is you like Denise as in the first in the chat, Denise?
Oh, it's Denise.
Oh, it's Janie.
Like Johnny.
Oh, Johnny.
Okay.
Okay, it sounds like Denise. It sounds like Denise. Sorry, I'm sorry about that. That sounds like Denise. But
It's
yeah, go ahead.
okay. But to elaborate, like I think that honestly, the media does paint black people as like only mixed. You don't see a lot of darker skinned black people, and I noticed that you don't see a lot of darker black women. Like the standard of black women is like Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. You know, and I was really against that. Like I tell all my friends that I stopped supporting a lot of people like who don't look like me.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why is because I'm like, well, I have a daughter. She's lighter than me. We're like the same color as Megan Good. She's a little bit lighter than her.
Okay.
But it's like I want her to love who she is, and I don't want her to be like how I was raised, where we only had like white Barbies to play with.
Mm-hmm.
I touch hell every Christmas for only getting my daughter black Barbies with kinky hair. But I tell my mom, like, you don't understand. She got to love what she looks like. She has to love herself because we don't even get any positive media attention as black women. You know, the standard of beauty is people who don't look like us, who are mixed. Now, granted, there's mixes in us, but we're not like 50-50, nothing. We're mostly black.
Yeah. And you would think that nowadays there would be more, you know, not only like toys or dolls for young black girls, but also role models for them. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's why I always like, I remember this one instance stands out in my mind. We were in high school. I'm 28.
Okay.
So my teacher said, look at the person next to you and give them a compliment. Now, this girl, she was really, really, really dark-skinned, but I always thought she was just so pretty. And my compliment to her was, I love your skin color. This girl stood up in class and she said, nobody ever told me that in my life.
Wow.
And I was just like, when I see black women, I think they're pretty. I think they're beautiful, especially the darker ones.
Right.
But they don't believe that.
Well,
You know, all my sisters are dark-skinned and they don't even like the way they look.
That's I
And
think
that hurts my damn feelings.
yeah, a lot of them have internalized jokes. They've internalized seeing other lighter skinned women, you know, get the guys that they want, and I think that it bubbles up. They keep it to themselves, and it eats at them. You know.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, and I mean, like I said, I do believe that the media is trying to erase what black people look like, not mixed people, but us as black people. And I'm against it. I don't stand for it. And I tell people, you know, about my thoughts on, you know, racism, colorism. And some people tell me I'm too pro-black. And I tell them, like, look, we got to love who we are, because the world don't.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, I try to spread love to all of the people who look like me.
That's good.
And
That's
in my
good.
mind, I'm dark skinned.
In your mind, you're dark skinned? Well, it's good that you spread
In
love
my
because
mind.
the world needs more love. I think young black girls need love. You know what I'm saying? Because
Really? Because I see it. And I have a young black daughter, so of course.
because like the world, they're not gonna like the world that they're in because they're gonna think that they should have more than what they have because they see what other girls have. But they gotta understand, those girls are just gonna get chose more. It ain't because you're you never know how a woman looks, but it could be a lot of different factors, and it ain't just your skin tone. That's why I think these girls need self-esteem and need people to be able to really help them out as far as that's concerned.
But to me as well, one more thing before I go, I don't want to hold you. Like the music that we listen to, like the people, like everybody always talks about Cardi B. I guess she's topping right now. I don't like her. I'm sorry to say.
Okay.
Like some of her songs was catchy, but the fact of the matter is she's promoted to black people. She negatively promotes all of this nasty sex culture to black girls.
Yeah, she does.
And it's like you basically encouraging us to be promiscuous, us to be ratchet. You're okay with that because you're light skinned. But black women, they're going to automatically look at us like we're hoes. They're going to automatically look at you like you're okay or you're cute because you're acting like this.
Yeah.
So I don't support that. Like honestly,
good.
I'm more team Nikki than anything.
Okay.
Because one thing about her is that she knows how to code switch. That's just the truth.
Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you.
All right. Well, I appreciate you calling in, Jenny.
All right. I'm getting back on the line.
All right.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye. Shout out to her for the call. Yeah, we got another caller right there. Right on time. All right, you live. Hello? You're live with Jada Black.
What's good, Jada Black? What's good, my dude?
What's up, man?
What's good, man? Keep doing your content, man. I've been checking you out, man. You got some good content, dog. Just keep on doing your thing with the content, bro.
All right,
mad respect.
Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that, man. Just want to give a shout out.
No, shit, that's all I pretty much had to say, man.
Okay.
Just saying it's mad respect to the show, man. It's a good show. Enjoying it. Just keep doing your thing out here, man. Really got too much else to really say.
Okay. Well, that's good. I like when y'all call in. Y'all just want to, shout out the show. That's good. I like hearing that, man. Like hearing with y'all feedback.
Definitely, most definitely, man.
All right, man. Thank you. Shout out to you, man.
Yep.
All right. Peace to the brother. Just want to call in and shout out the show, shout out the content. And thank you to everybody who's been showing support. Y'all know I appreciate that, man. Y'all know I do. Y'all know I do. Down from the donators to the people who share my links to my shows and my videos. I can't do this by myself, so the more y'all help me, the better. The more y'all help me, the better. Okay. I get the feedback from y'all. Just look at the chat room. Look how y'all talkative as hell, which is good, but look how diverse it is. You got women and men here, brothers and sisters here, enjoying dialogue. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. It's good when people can come together and speak. I don't want to be divisive. I want to be able to have people who can enjoy the content and really speak on what's being said. I do this for the people. When I make certain videos, I make them for the people. I make them so that y'all can either learn something or grow from it. Hold on. All right, you live. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, man? Jada Black?
Yeah, this is Jada Black. What's good, man?
Good, man. I'm over there from Australia, man.
Hey, man, what's going on in Australia?
Hey, man, shit, it's an epidemic, man. You see a whole lot of black brothers
with the white chicks, man.
Oh, you do?
I mean,
I'm pretty sure in Australia you're gonna see that.
but the thing is, man, like black people need to get on toes. You see, because I used to date white chicks, but I don't think like anybody can understand your struggle as much as a black woman can. That's why a lot of black brothers running around confused. Yeah, man. But shout out to your show, man. I mean, look.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Black women are beautiful, and so are black men. But the thing is, we all got our own internal issues that we need to deal with. Until we deal with those, you can come together with a white chick, black chick, Mexican, whatever. You're still gonna have the same problems. You know what I mean? Because niggas not willing to like look at themselves in the mirror and get their shit together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because even I'll give you an example, right?
Okay.
I had a black brother. Me and him are tight, and then I got myself a black woman, and he's going out with this Arab chick.
Okay.
Right. So I'm cool kicking with him and shit, but then like I'm low key like looking like he wants my chick, So I'm like, damn, you can't even trust brothers, man. That's why it's so hard to even like link up with other brothers because niggas have like their own mental shit going on. But so you just gotta link up with people who are on the same vibration as you, and that's it, man.
Yeah, bro, don't I know? Don't I know?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Oh, that's all I wanted to say, man. Shout out to your show. You're doing good work, man, and waking a lot of brothers up out here.
Okay, I appreciate it. Shout out to you and everybody else, all the brothers in Australia, sisters,
Yeah, man, for sure. Peace, man.
Hey, peace, man. Peace. Shout out to the brother all the way from Australia. Salute to him. I'm international, people. How many times I gotta tell you, we taking this international, people. Okay? I've had people call in from the UK, from Europe, from the Caribbeans, now Australia, South Korea. Now all that's missing is callers from, I would say, more callers from Africa, maybe India, or maybe from, Eastern Europe, maybe Spain, Japan. I don't think I've had anybody call in from Japan yet. They the light-skinned brothers are the ones playing Captain Sable in the stream. Wayne, man. Wayne. Wayne, what are you talking about, man? What are you talking about, bro? Yeah, Willie International. Janice said California. Y'all had a few calls from California. Okay, Patrick say he's from Belgium. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, Japan is next. So you have a French accent, Patrick? Yeah, Belgium is right near France. So I would think, no, Belgium's near Germany, but isn't it France, I think. Yeah, so I think y'all would have French accents. I don't know why I said Germany, but yeah. Yeah, you know what, Taryn? I'm gonna record my laugh, and I'm gonna see about putting it in iTunes. I do have an iPhone now, so I'm part of the iPhone fam or iPhone team, even though I barely use it. So I can probably put it there as like a ringtone. Yeah, I've had to say yes. He speaks French. Okay. Well, yeah, man, we taking this show international, man. I want my live shows to be international. I want to get more international calls. Black people from around the world who follow me, y'all can definitely call in, Unique to what kind of iPhone. Why you worrying about it? It's not the new iPhone, but it cost me a good grip, okay? It's not a newer model, but it did cost me a bit. I had another phone I really, really loved, but they didn't have any more where I buy them from. So I said, okay, let me get an iPhone. You know, I got a case for it and everything. I bought like 2 cases for it. Made sure I bought me a case and a face for it, so this thing does not break. Cause y'all know these phones break. Pandora, my laugh is not evil like that. Come on, man. My laugh is calculating, you know, and logical. David, I'll say he's from Edmonton. Shout out to everybody in Edmonton, Alberta. Yeah, Patrick, it is good that I have, you know, Africa diaspora watching my show. Absolutely. African descended people from around the world. It's good that y'all can watch the show, you know. I haven't had a lot of calls from Canada, though. We'd like to have more calls from the brothers up there in Canada. That'll be good, you know. Because when I started out on YouTube, there were a shit ton of Canadian content makers on YouTube making red pill MGTOW content. JDB's iPhone has sold me in comparison to others. Has sold me. I have one for work and one for personal use. Yeah, I got one for like a phone. I got one phone that's for more personal use. I barely use. I got another phone I use for a little bit of everything. I always keep 2 phones, but I keep breaking them. Like I broke my phone so many times, man. All right, you live?
Hello?
Yeah, you live, Jada Black.
What's up, yo? It's Dante Sevens. I can't hear, for some reason I can't hear on the YouTube, while I'm watching you live, but... You
couldn't hear me? Okay.
I can hear you, but it's not, I guess I have a delay on my TV, you know, or something like that, you know what I'm saying? But anyway.
Okay, might have been a delay.
I was calling in to give my opinion on the topic. I think light-skinned and mixed women have been the standard for like a long time.
Okay.
But I think the new thing out is not so much light-skinned women; it's more like thicker women. I think that's the new standard as far as regardless of the color you are, that thicker women are in style. Not so much the color, but the shape. You know what I mean? But like I said, I think light-skinned women and mixed women have been the standard for like a while. But I think regardless of that, thicker women are like what's the style now, despite being whatever color a woman is. Because even white girls are trying to get thick now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you do. You got white girls trying. That's why I did that live stream the other day. You got white girls trying to look like the biracial chicks. Basically, that was one of the catalysts, you know, for this stream. You know.
Yeah, exactly. I think right now with Instagram and social media, it kind of like quantifies like what's in, and you can look at the numbers of what people are following, and then that's what's drawing attention to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so if a lot of light-skinned girls are having like they're getting the millions of views and things like that, then people can actually see the numbers where back in the 80s and 90s you really couldn't see the amount of people that are into it, but now you can actually quantify and see that. But that's just my take on it. I think it's more thicker women are in style, not so much the color. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But it is what it is.
Okay.
But I appreciate your content and your shows, man.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get off the phone, but yeah, I just want to put that out there and go with that, man. But you enjoy your evening, bro.
Hey, thanks. You do the same, all right? And I appreciate the call too.
All right, for sure, man.
All right,
peace.
Shout out to the brother with the call. It's a good call. Yeah, you know, I don't listen, man. Listen, I don't want nobody in here bashing anybody. I don't bash anybody, no matter what race, unless you're a highly sensitive female. I will clown you, but I don't bash anybody. I don't like when y'all come in my chat room and just say stupid shit that y'all know that's not me. Looking for attention. I've never done that, not since day one. Okay? But yeah, man, I like the brother said, he believes light-skinned mixed women been the standard of beauty for a long time. And you got to follow the numbers. You know, that's where you will find why women are trying to be that, you know. And I think that this was a good conversation, point, you know. it's a good conversation. No point for everybody here. Yo, Jonathan, I see you sliding in late. We have some really good phone calls. Anybody else want to call in and give their take on the topic? You can do that. Let me put the number back in here. What's my thoughts on what, Natalie? What's my thoughts on what? All right, you're live.
Hey, this is Simply Jaye.
What's
I had a
going on?
question.
All right.
I want to know, what do you guys mean by competing? Please explain that to me, because that's a no-no.
Well, have you ever seen when a woman becomes a side chick of a married man or a man in a relationship, she's literally competing for that guy. Or when you see women trying to get a guy's attention, like you ever been at work and you see two women talking to the same guy and he's in the middle of both of them, they're looking for his attention. Or you see a group of women crowding around this one guy, they're all competing for his attention, and they're gonna do whatever it takes to get his attention. Well, at least the ones who really want to get with him,
Okay, so like if it's a person of another race, or not even, forget all that. Not even of another race, but I heard the other callers say that we need to compete, and that's crazy.
Because you have women out there that claim that they're not getting the type of men they want because those men are going to white women or non-black women. And what you have been saying is that, okay, why don't you just compete with for those men then? If you feel like you should.
That sounds like too much work for something that. Yeah, that's
it's too much work.
I personally ain't about to do it, because the more light you get, the more misunderstood the chocolate men will be, the black men will be. So you either gonna make your way back, or you just gonna be caught up in the whirlwind of being misunderstood. So if y'all like it over there, then y'all can stay over there. But I'm not competing with nobody.
Okay.
I'm not lowering my standard for who I am for somebody.
Well, you don't have to do that. That's the thing. Then you can go out and choose the man that you want to be with. You have that right to pick and choose. Women out here choosing more than men anyway. So, you can go and pick the guy that you want to be with. Then you don't have to compete. But I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of women trying to get with the same guys.
So if I turned around and said, well, y'all need to compete, who are you guys willing to compete with? Like, is that like a negative thing? If I turned around and say, well, they need to compete.
Men compete all the time for women.
I mean, for who?
For
like,
women.
if I say, if it's this white guy here or another race, and I say, well, they need to compete, how would you feel about that?
Well, black women tell us to compete. They be like, well, you need to compete with the white man.
How do you feel about that?
How I feel about that? I mean, it don't bother me. I mean, I'm gonna work hard and I'm going to attract who wants to be with me. I'm not one of those people that has a sense of urgency. No woman is that important for me to have a sense of urgency for.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? There's too many women out there. There's too many women out here. That's what we're talking about.
Okay, I just wanted to get an understanding of that, because when he was like, y'all need to compete, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah,
no.
I think it's because y'all want certain guys, like y'all want certain type of guys. Just understand, there's 1,000 other women, 100 other women that want to be with that guy too. And when women don't get that particular guy, they want to go about it saying colorism, and they don't like they don't like the way that the size, and they'll come with all these different excuses because they wanted that guy, but he ended up with somebody else that probably is white.
Yeah, I'm not pulling that. I'm just like, I'm not gonna pull that card. But I'm gonna be like, if you ain't for me, you ain't for me. I'm not chasing nothing that wants something else. Period.
Well,
so anyway, I just want to get an understanding on that.
All right. Well, that's cool.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Appreciate the call, Simply J.
Okay. Bye.
All right. Bye. All right, you're live. You're live. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, you're live with Jada Black. What's going on?
Oh, that's weird. Okay, I was also listening to the one lady.
Yeah, they had somebody just on the line. You know, what's your name?
Okay, my name is Pandora.
Pandora.
And
okay.
Yeah. So I was listening to what the one girl was saying. She was saying about like competing and stuff. So it's human to compete, but my point was I was making like a while ago was like I don't think we should compete like against compete for the guy if you want to, but don't compete against each other basically. And then what I was really trying to get across the whole time was like light-skinned women, biracial women, they are the standard of beauty, but not for white people. For black people, they've been the standard of beauty for a long time. And I don't know, probably forever. I don't know, it doesn't matter. But not like the standard of beauty. And then you were saying like, oh, they're like on Instagram trying to pretend to be, you know, black or whatever. They're doing that to take the money out of the biracial girls' pockets. It's not because we want to be biracial. Like, yeah, like biracial is like they're pretty, they're beautiful, but that's not the reason.
Well, they do want to fit in. They do want to fit in with y'all, you know, other be light skinned, mixed women, black women. They do want to fit in with y'all. That's why you seen the girl, you know, snapping a neck and doing all this sort of thing that you would see, that you would see a melanated female do. You can, I said in the stream, you can tell she has studied black women, you know. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't understand why like.
You don't.
I get like.
You don't understand why women compete with each other?
Say it again.
You don't understand why women compete with each other for men?
Pretty much. Like I don't.
They do.
Get why
Trust me, they do.
things.
Any woman who's willing to be a side piece is trying to compete for that man. And there's a lot of side chicks out here. Okay? A lot of women that done been a side chick and probably is one right now.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I told myself, I made a little vow to myself that I'm never going to be like, oh, like she's not even on my level. Like I look better than her anyway, because it doesn't help me at the end of the day. If a guy's going to pick whoever he wants to pick. So I think if anything, women should just understand that a guy's going to pick whoever he wants to pick because of whatever reason, and don't try to fight against it. Like you're gonna waste your energy.
Absolutely. That's why women should date men who want to be with them. But a lot of women like, oh, they feel like they can do better. And it's like, okay, well, you're in your 40s. How long is better? When is better gonna come? You know?
Yeah.
Date the men who want to be with you.
I don't like light skinned men.
You don't
That's like a defamation of character.
Well, you said I thought that what you put in the chat room. So you don't like light skinned men? Is that what you're saying? Your final answer?
No, I can't stand them.
Oh, okay. All right. Well.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for the call. All right.
Have a good night.
All right. Good night. Shout out to Pandora. She wants to make it clear that she does not like light-skinned men. She wants to make that very clear to everybody here. All right. All right. Okay. You got any other calls? We have some good calls. Very good calls. I like the stream. We have a Caucasoid Exalter in the chat. Listen, if anybody's doing any worshiping, there will be no worshiping in my chat room. If you're worshiping other races of people, get them out of here. We don't worship people. We worship ourselves. We don't worship other people. Okay? Hold on a second. All right, you're live.
How's it going, man? This is Real Talk.
Hey, what's going on, Real Talk?
See, my thing is, like, what I think about the situation is, I've been studying, you know what I'm saying, like the whole Midtown thing and all that good stuff, you know what I'm saying? It really what it is like, this is like natural evolution, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all gonna mix one day, and that's just what it is. You know, we can't really stop that.
Okay.
That's just, hypergamy, evolution, 80-20 rule, all that good stuff.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'm not against who people date, but I'm just, on the topic, I'm presenting it as, I think this is either the standard of beauty now or becoming the standard of beauty, biracial women, because Hollywood puts them on a pedestal. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think we just have to take a look at Latin America, how they, look at them, how mixed they are.
Yeah.
Because America was mostly just white and black at one point, but now we got like influx of millions of immigrants, from all over the world and stuff. So now I think our future is gonna be looking like Latin America, really.
Yeah, we are. We're gonna be looking like Brazil the next 50 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Years.
Yeah, people ain't ready for that,
No.
But that's just, just what it is. You can't stop it.
No, you can't. You really can't. You can't stop evolution.
Oh, and I also think with black women and stuff, I think that's really gonna help y'all out is like being feminine, that feminine energy. Because the foreign women, they have that natural feminine energy that's like it's unmatched. Yeah. Like y'all really have to like study up on that, and that would attract a lot of men just by itself as just being extremely feminine. But a lot of y'all just, I ain't doing this and that and this and that and just masculine. Well, they can just go find somebody else.
Yeah. They could, and that's and you seeing guys go to Brazil and some of these other countries,
Exactly. Well, I moved down to South Florida, and like some of these foreign women are extremely feminine. I never experienced that type of feminine energy coming from Chicago and all that. So I was like, wow, okay, this is what they talking about.
Okay, yeah. So I think certain parts of the country, women might be a little more feminine than others.
Yeah, because they got a lot of immigrants out here, so
Yeah, like
I mean, of course they got the rashes. They may like the American race ones, honestly, but
yeah. Well, you live in places like Texas and Florida. You're gonna see a lot of like non-black women from different countries or black women from different countries. I know they have a huge African population in certain parts of African immigrants in certain parts. of Texas.
They got Nigerians, in the Midwest. They got Nigerians down here in Miami too.
Yeah.
And they definitely have that feminine energy too. So it's really like America, they really don't brainwash that whole masculine, independent type of situation. And American women, because African women are just as feminine, honestly, as any other chick from any other country.
Yeah. Yeah, I think society wants women to be masculine. They want women to not really seek to be feminine towards the men, and she would sort of be in sort of a dominant position with the men to keep the men docile.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's what it is. All this stuff is planned out. Like, it ain't by coincidence. It's really not. But people don't see the bigger picture. They just ignore it and squirt on their feet, and that's that.
Yeah.
So
that's why we have discussions like this. When the major
we waking everybody up. That's why I like it.
Yeah, ruffling a few feathers and being able to bring people together to really discuss it, man.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, that was just my little 2-piece, man. But yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate your insight and bringing it on to the show.
All right, man.
All right. Thanks for the call, man. Peace. All right. Shout out to the brother for calling in. Yeah, feminism is definitely ruining femininity. That's why black women should stay as far away from feminism as possible. What's going on? I see you, Ashley. How do you call in? And put the number. If any moderators have the number, make sure that you all frequently put it in the chat room as much as possible so people can call in. Hold on. I gotta keep typing it in. All right. Let's see. Shout out to Greatness 81. Says Hollywood likes when black men wear dresses. Hopefully that won't be considered a standard of beauty. Listen, we all hope not. Okay? I don't care what none of these people okay, who want to push narratives have to say about it. I see you, Bella. I see you, Bella, watching. I see you watching. Hold on. I'm gonna put the number. Call in since y'all don't see it. I'll put the number in the description. Hold on. So I put the number there. And I put the number here. Shades, what are you doing? Why are you putting that in the chat? Come on now. If that's your number, is that your number? Yo, Don, unless you're going to call in, listen, the number's in the chat and the description. Are you going to call in? Hey, listen, man. If y'all don't understand the title, it's because you don't want to understand it. You know? The title is Have Biracial and Mixed Women Become the Standard of Beauty in American Culture? Okay? Okay? Let's see. Okay, man. That's it. Unless y'all gonna be calling in, y'all gotta stop trying to spam the comment section, chat room, of just insult. We not insulting people. We here on some peaceful shit. I done did all my insulting early. I done did all my insulting early. I've insulted. You know, I've done my share. Like I said, I've done my share of insulting. All right. You know. Anybody else gonna call in? Anybody else gonna call in? That is a good point, Maria. You either feminine or you're not. 757. Yeah, and that's why we having a discussion. I know this. Listen, I know this title is going to rub some of y'all the wrong way. It's going to get some of you upset in your feelings. But this is a topic that should be discussed. People, I haven't seen it discussed. You know, they're talking about within 50 years or less, the population, especially here in America, is going to be mixed up more than it is now. White people are going to be more and more of a minority, you know? And we already see how biracial people are taking the place of black people in media. Media is very strong. So it's time to discuss this. Yes, sir. You're live.
Hello.
Yeah.
JDB.
Yeah. What's going on, man?
Yeah. It's real quick.
All right.
No, I was just reading the comments and I noticed someone was claiming, you know, that they was feminine at one time, and I had to look it up, the word femininity, and I looked up some of the traits because I had to Google it because they had like 30 characteristics of feminine, and they were saying stuff like that's polite and that's giving and you know, great things, and then, you know, basically an angel. So I just want people out there, you know, ladies that's claiming that they was feminine, just to make sure they look it up, because I think some people took the word femininity and took it out of context and stuff like that. You know, and I noticed one person asked a question, you know, how does some dude, I think his name was something 1000, he was like, how do y'all feel about the ladies now of attitudes these days? And I noticed none of the women answered that question. So I'm like, why they in that in the comments that they couldn't answer that question? So I question that loyalty, you know what I'm saying? But that's all I wanted to say.
Okay. Well, maybe that's it. Okay, cool. I appreciate the call. Hey, y'all can answer that question in the chat room. Y'all can answer this question
All
in the
right.
chat room. All right, man.
Bet.
All right. Appreciate the call, man. What's going on, Elwood? I see Elwood in the chat. Say Simpson get mad. I don't know why this is. I think this is a good topic. The year will be 2050. Will bring the brown out. Let's see. Yeah, white people are marrying out. They're marrying Asian women mostly. They're marrying them mostly. Our culture clearly shows women have no damn clue what femininity is, or they believe they can be redefined. Well, it's the quote unquote, alpha females. They want to redefine it. They think they can be an alpha female, but then get an alpha male. It's like, I don't know. Alpha males aren't attracted to women who mirror them in certain ways. Certain ways, Asian women do love white dudes. They absolutely do, man. Cause they trying to leave China and Japan just to go get one. They even getting work done on their face so they can look more European. What I understand. Yeah, Asian women are a top pick. They are. Yeah, very hot. People say it's a stereotype why they're top pick. Somebody's picking them. Shout out to everybody that's here. Let's see. Anybody else gonna call in? Let's get as many call-ins as we can, man. Let's see. Oh shit! Hey, call back in, man. My fault. Hold on. Yo, call back in, man. I pressed the. I don't know if I'm getting tired or what. I might be getting a little tired. But call back in. I pressed the hang up button. Wrong move. Don't want to help them. So that motherfuckers fly. And then we'll go, man, weak. Yeah, y'all making some good points in the chat. Yeah, again, Black Phillip. Alright. Alright, you live.
Mr. Jaye, it's great to be on talking to you, sir. Appreciate your work.
Thank you. It's good to have you on.
I'm in Texas, which is great with the whole topic you're speaking about.
Uh-huh.
Now, a lot of Central Americans, come through Texas. So these women are straight off the boat. Mm-hmm. How I pretty much like them, cross the border, no Western Americanism. They're a totally different breed. Submissive. If they like you, they actually show it. It's not this whole pity pat game of what can I do for you, what can you do for me.
Mm-hmm.
They're just more forthcoming, and it feels like just right when you talk to them, they're like, all right, maybe he's interesting. Not, okay, I'm gonna pick this guy, and upside from the litter, and maybe I'll give him a chance.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just more or less adding to the fuel of you saying these other women from different countries, the islands and South America, Central America, just more feminine and just put out that power or that feminine quality that, of course, attracts males, alpha males at that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just put in my 2 cents, and I'm going to continue listening, sir.
Okay, well, thank you for calling in and adding the 2 cents. I appreciate it.
All right, have a good one.
All right, you too, man. Yeah, feminine women out here, they getting chose. They are. Got the accent. Ashley said that ringtone has me jumping. I don't know if I can change it. I have to see if I can change it. I haven't went in to see if I can change it. I might go in there and see if I can change it. All right, you're live. Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, not much. This is Edward again. How you doing?
I'm good. How about you, Edward?
Oh, I'm doing all right, man. I don't know how y'all be doing these streams, man, because I do streams on my channel, man.
Yeah.
I be like, man, I'm tired of this. Fuck. But anyway.
Hey, man, I do it for the people, man. I do it for the people.
Yo, this topic, man, you know how when people say they used to say we ain't ready for a black president?
Yeah.
This is what this topic is. I mean, the problem is, men can kind of talk about this a little bit, but women in America, our women are not capable of really talking about this topic without talking about it through some kind of lens of emotionality or being triggered in some sort of way. They just can't. They just can't, because there's a theory out here called the white womanhood, which dictates that black women may not want to be white, but they want what's called white status. So when you hear women always cry about colorism, what they're crying about is they don't have the perceived national status, you know, that other women that they perceive being lighter than them have. This is why no matter how a woman could be like brown skin or light skin, she just has to look to the next lighter skinned woman, and they're going to automatically perceive this woman as having more than them. What do you think about that?
Well, I think that you got women, man, they use colorism as like an excuse. It's like a card. You know, you have the black card, and
yeah, it's a crutch.
Yeah, it's a crutch. I think it's a crutch now, because you got a very attractive dark skinned women out there who they have their pick, but a lot of times it ain't the dudes they want. So whenever they're single and they've been single for a minute, they will pull that card out. You know what I'm saying? And go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, man. You know, one of the things I'm seeing in the chat, and this is not me talking about any woman in particular. First of all, Natalie clearly does not like what I'm saying, because all she's saying is I'm wrong and I'm misinformed. But I would challenge you, Natalie, to say exactly where I'm wrong, not just to say I'm wrong, because that's just you saying you emotionally disagree with me. But like I was saying, our women in America, I'm talking particularly African American women, they're completely game goofy when it comes to femininity. They have no idea what it is. They can't nuance it. I mean, obviously you have 20% that probably know, but for the most part, it's like if I asked you to go learn how to speak Mandarin, it's not even in the regular letters like Spanish, French, Italian. It's in like those Mandarin symbols. They really don't know. And this is part of the reason as to why they absorb feminism as much as they do, because they absorb it through how they've been kind of conditioned to be matriarchal in nature. So what you hear, and this is my point, what you hear is when women talk about alpha or beta, they talk about these things as absolute opposites to men. They don't, like, they say, okay, an alpha female is a female that is strong and assertive. No, that's a female that acts like a man. That's like me saying a man, if I said that's an alpha female, if I said that's an alpha male in comparison to a female, that's like me saying a dude is basically, I won't say on the down low, but might as well be. It's not the same thing. Alpha females are women that are able to harness their feminine energy, which means if you ever been around an alpha female, a real alpha female, she knows how to get men to want. It's not about telling men what to do. She knows how to get men to want to do what they, kind of like the Jezebel that can whisper in your ear or something like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but that's the thing about a lot of alpha females. Like, I think they harness their masculine traits more than their femininity. You know, it seems like. Yeah,
because they've been taught through the guise of feminism that that's what being an alpha male is.
Yeah.
And what's really ironic is, and this is why I always point out to my cousins, I'm like, white women are saying this stuff, but they're not doing this stuff. Not the ones that are quote unquote winning. They're not doing that because they know that doesn't work. I mean, take Hillary Clinton, for example. She's a feminist. She never got rid of Bill, even though Bill cheated.
Yeah.
Like, they're selling you something in order to trick you so they can take your best men when they want to. And this is the game that gets played, but women don't understand that. And when you hear people, that if it comes from us, they just want to automatically, because it comes out of a black man's mouth, say it's wrong and or whatever, or you're misogynistic or at all. It's just always interesting me hear women talk, because I'm like, wow, y'all really don't get it. Like, y'all, the last women in y'all generation really failed y'all, because they got y'all out here like set up to lose, man. It's like y'all are playing football on a basketball court.
Well, I would say they don't have direction. A lot of them, their direction is women in entertainment. Look at the goofy shit Oprah's doing. I mean, that's who black women have to look up to. And when it comes to femininity, there's really nobody really who's feminine that they can really look up to. So they're sort of going straight for the masculine alpha female than more of the feminine female.
Yeah. And one thing I want to point out too is y'all got to understand stuff like that. It's not just necessarily y'all acting like a man. Yeah, it's deeper than that. When you look at like that sassy girl attitude that y'all think is cool, understand that the society at whole, black men included, when people put out this chest, you know how women have like they act like they're the most unbothered about stuff, but they're the most bothered about it. They really believe that people can't see through that and see that a lot of that kind of bravado that our women put out there, a lot of this, calling somebody gay or like harshly, rejecting somebody that just walked up to them, but then turn around saying, why don't they get approached? All it does is hide your own insecurity. One thing, here's the thing: you cannot be in your. If you don't listen to nothing else I just said, I'm talking about the audience. A woman cannot be in her femininity unless she is secure. So the biggest indicator of a woman not being in her femininity is that she's insecure, because it's kind of like a chihuahua. Well, them chihuahuas are always shaking because they're like the smallest dog, and what are they doing? They're always barking. Versus a bigger dog is comfortable, so they're not gonna be as overtly aggressive all the time. This is what our women do. And they think that they can spin that to where dudes are not seeing that. And it's not even just black men, but even men of other races observe this. And they see this and they are able to take advantage of it. And you just don't hear that on the other side of YouTube with the females. All you hear is all these excuses about colorism and black men don't understand and black men don't want dark-skinned women.
I've seen that.
It kills me, man. It really does.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen their, pointless talking points, is what I call them. A bunch of filler, just to have a reason to rant and go off and things of that nature, man.
Now, and the last thing I'm going to say is this. If somebody would have say, okay, with all that being said, why is it biracials or light-skinned women, why is it seems like dark-skinned women tend to act a certain way, which I'm not saying that is the case, but I'm saying, but light-skinned women tend to not act that way. I would say the biggest, number one, there are examples of light-skinned women that just straight act like hood rats. But the reason why you typically on the law averages don't see that is because lighter-skinned women have positive reinforcement for their femininity. And this is not just by men, this is by women too. Number one, lighter-skinned women are perceived a certain way in media. So that's one thing. Number two, in our households, light-skinned women are perceived a certain way. And that's not even because of the men. That's more because of the women. Because women care about features and all this stuff, and they hierarchy themselves a lot more than the men do. Men are just looking to smash. So you got an ass in the face, you in.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the women that really organize the heart. So the reality is, women, light-skinned women, get a positive reinforcement for a certain behavior, and they go that way because that's how the society is designed. Versus our women are pushed to be more harsher, and that's done by the other women. That's not even done by the men.
Yeah.
So
because I've heard women say they compete. They dress a certain way, look a certain way because they want to impress other women. That
Yeah.
was interesting. Yeah.
And another thing too is people are telling me I'm saying nobody's saying that colorism is not real. I got up here 2 days ago and I addressed colorism. Colorism, nobody's saying colorism is not real, but the idea of what women are doing is women are basically saying colorism is the new racism. So and basically to me, how I perceive that is basically black women basically saying that I'm cool with, I know your views on white supremacy, but they're saying they're cool with white supremacy as long as I'm validated within the society, which I don't know what to tell y'all with that. But the reality is there is a difference between colorism in the sense of entertainment and media and then colorism where y'all are not able to get quality men to basically fill out an application to date y'all. Those are two completely different situations. And I can tell you that dark-skinned women that act feminine, dark-skinned women that are attractive, don't have no problems, and even light-skinned women are ugly, are not necessarily being able to trade off them being light-skinned no more. So y'all can say what y'all want to, but I don't see black women desperate for a lot of brothers. They act like they got all the options in the world. Even fat women act like they got all the options in the world in the black community. So y'all can go ahead with that colorism. But anyway, I'll leave it for somebody else to call. I just wanted to come in there and throw my 2 cents.
All right, Edward. I appreciate it. All right.
Yeah, peace out.
All right, peace. Shout out to Edward, man. I know Edward's always gonna bring it to the conversation. Hey, Natalie, if you want to call in, you can. Natalie, you can call in if you want to add something to it. Yeah, I believe the media. Okay, she agreed. Okay. All right, you live. Hello? You live with Jada Black. What's going on?
You can call in if you want to add something to it.
Hello?
Yeah, I believe the media.
Turn down your background.
She agreed.
Hello? Are you there? Going once?
Hey, Jay.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's your name?
I wanted to ask a question.
Hello? Okay. What's your name first? Let me get your name first.
My name's Unique.
Janique?
Unique. Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, man? First time caller?
Yeah, my first time calling.
Okay, that's good. All
I'm
right.
nervous.
Well, don't be. You're amongst friends. You're amongst friends.
I wanted to ask, hey, do you think masculinity is like, hold on, I'm nervous, I'm sorry. Do you think black women are masculine because of lack of male authority?
Do I think black women are masculine? I think growing up without fathers.
Yeah, like lack of male authority.
Yeah, I think without a father figure there, you know, a lot of women will go astray because they're in the household with the mother who's probably is gonna mistreat them, especially if they're in poor circumstances. And you know, without father there's no discipline there. You know, and she's off doing
that's
whatever.
True.
Yeah, discipline. A lot of young girls need discipline.
What'd you say?
A lot of young girls need discipline.
Yeah, and I do feel that way because you know, my mom, you know, she's raised us by ourselves and stuff like that, and you know, like it's not that she's masculine or anything like that, but she's, you know what I mean, like she just. I'm sorry, I'm really nervous.
Listen, don't be nervous, man. Listen, man, I told you, you're amongst good people, okay? I'm right here listening. I'm a listener. So I'm listening, you know.
Because this is a very touching, you know, this is very touching to me. I really love this live stream.
Okay.
You know, I always comment on your live streams and stuff like that.
Okay. What's your name again?
My name's Unique.
Janique, man, I swear, man, y'all use J's and C's in your words. I can barely understand them. Okay.
Unique, my name. You know.
Unique F. That's you.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, Unique. All right.
Yeah, it's my first time calling.
Okay, first time calling.
I just wanted to ask, you know, that question, and I just wanted to tell you that I love your content.
Okay.
I listen to your videos all the time. You're helping me a lot with just being myself and having my own mind.
Okay.
And yeah. Thank you.
That's cool. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate you tuning in, watching my videos, being in the chat. Thanks.
All right. Bye.
All right, bye. Shout out to Unique, first time calling in. Thank you. All right.
Good shot to
Shout out to all the new callers.
Jaye.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Yo, what's going on, man?
Not much, man. You know, I got hip to your channel about a week or two ago.
Okay.
My name is Mr. 86.
Mr. 86?
And, yes, sir.
All right. What's going on, Mr. 86?
And I wanted to chime in on the subject.
All right.
You know, I work a public sector, you know, for a bus agency. So, you know, I get quite a few different kind of people.
Okay.
And I can compare a lot of different races, Jay.
Okay.
And man, my people, Jay, they you know they ain't loving me, Jay. You know, a lot of even when I show them love, you know, a lot of the black women, they just not receptive to just simple kindness.
Right.
You know, a gesture, you know, lowering the bus, you know, where other women will smile and say, "Oh, thank you so much," or I may give out candy or water, you know, just little gestures. Everybody else, "Oh, thank you for waiting," and this and that. And I don't know if it's, you know, my people just tend to be overly proud, just very angry.
Wow. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen, you know, there's been times where I've spoke to a black female and she just walked right past, you know. So there's been those instances, or she'll look, but she doesn't know what to say, you know.
Right.
There's been there's been black dudes. You be like, "What's up?" You give him like a head nod, and he sort of just look at you like on some weirdo shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I've seen that.
I'm just wondering if this is some type of spiritual thing going back to Willie Lynch. You know, don't put your head down when you come by your own now. You know what I mean? Put your head down. Don't let me see you talking that boy. You know what I'm saying? That's the feeling I get, Jay. And I'm gonna tell you, you know, this generation of sisters, they ain't even sisters no more. You know what I'm saying? Because it's an extreme. They're either super ratchet. You know, hang on a second. They're either super ratchet or you know, they're real extreme. You know, it's like you don't even know how to like your own people. You know what I'm saying? I come from a generation where we used to walk up and down the street and see each other. And, "Hey, how you doing? You know, hey, you know, is everything okay? You need anything?" They don't know this. They don't know this, and so here's the problem that I have. So when you see them and you try to be nice, and they're not receptive, and these other women are very nice and very receptive, smiling, you know, "Hey, how's your day, da-da-da. And my women turned me off. Now, there was another driver that came to me the other day. He said, "Let me ask you something." Now, this is another driver. He walked up to me to my bus. He said, "Let me ask you something." He says, "Let me ask you something. Is it hard that he was black?" He said, "Is it hard these sisters out here ain't talking to you? Because I just had a fine, beautiful woman on my bus, and I tried to, you know, just be nice and talk to her, and she wouldn't give me the time of day, and she got right off the bus, and a guy that had the braids and his pants was sagging and all of that, she said, I saw them exchange numbers, and he ride the bus." You know?
Wow. Man, hey, listen, man. Like, today is different. You know, people today are different, man, and it's an adjustable period for people who may have grown up in a different era. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's all it is.
Yes.
All right.
Jay,
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something real quick. I ain't gonna harm your show. I had a lady pretend to fall down on my bus today, and they were black.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And she didn't fall on the floor. She just fell back in the seat.
Mm-hmm.
And before I know it, I said, "Ma'am, I've been doing this for 20 years." And I said, "Ma'am," and I've had many people fall down hard, real hard. But I said, "Ma'am, are you okay?" She said, "I'm gonna sue you." And I said, wow, these are people that I've waited for. I've treated so nice on a day-to-day basis. And the first thing came out of my, and she don't know she's being recorded. Everything that came out of her mouth was being recorded, audio and video. But I said, my own people, just like Tupac, remember when he found your own people shot you. You know, your own people. I'm sick and tired of hearing about white supremacy. It's Donald Trump. Cut it out. Cut it out. Enough excuses. We do each other in. We stopping each other. We doing each other in. You feel me? It ain't that. You know what? Yeah, that exists. I'm not even denying that it don't exist. But we treat each other light skin versus dark skin worse than anybody else that I've personally ran into out here. Doing my job, I've had my own people treat me worse than anybody else that's out there. Light skin, dark skin, always want special treatment, never want to pay the fare. It's sickening.
Well, again, you're running a business, so I would say this, man: if people aren't willing to pay or respect the rules of the bus, you don't have to service them.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. All right, man. I'm gonna get to some more of these callers before I wrap this up, man.
You're doing a great job. I love you, man. I got something coming to you.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate
God bless you, man.
All right. Hey, please, man. Appreciate it, man. Shout out to the caller there, man. It's an older brother. He's having a tough go of it, but hopefully everything is going all right for him. Okay. All right, let's see who this is. Goddamn. All right, you're live. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, what's going on? Yeah, what's going on, man?
Yeah. I just wanted to listen to me again. But no, I just want to say one more thing. This is short. No, I hear, I understand, women, they was raised without dad, but you would think that, it'll make them a better person. But, I notice it's always excuses for lack of femininity and all that stuff. It's just a bunch of excuses, you know what I'm saying? And then folks will getting triggered because how the old man be talking and stuff. And he just stating facts. It's just a bunch of excuses and stuff like that, There's always a reason behind the downfall of a woman. It's just excuses. As you grow up, you're 30 years old, it's about time that you learn how to adapt, or you got to learn how to be feminine. It should come by nature. Just like they say, the mother is knows how to nurture a baby, nurture a baby and stuff like that. All this title, and they just use it. Men can't hit a woman. You know what I'm saying? They know how to say stuff like that when it's time to. When it's time to play their cards right, or when it's time to step back. But then when something go wrong, they want to blame the man. But it's like, I thought y'all run the world. I thought y'all had all this power. But then if something goes wrong, every time something goes wrong, that's when they want to blame the daddy. That's when that's when they're not empowered. So they just playing their cards. It's all a game. You know what I'm saying? It's all a game. You know what I'm saying? Just making excuses. You know what I'm saying? When Eve ate that apple, she handed it to the dude. Try to get him in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But when it's time for that little check, then they want to say they got the right for child support and stuff. But then when it's time for dating, you know what I'm saying? So that's all I want to say. Just a bunch of excuses. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
Yeah.
And if folks get triggered, you know what I'm saying, go to Knowledge Says. I know you're snooping anyway. You know, go to Knowledge Says. Go to O'Shea, because he, you know what I'm saying, but we're not here to talk about that. You know, I'm just saying, like, you speak 100. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but yeah, this is the Anonymous King, the real Slim Shady talking, you know what I'm saying? You got it, though. If y'all don't like what he's saying, you get triggered while you watching. Because I know y'all ain't for him, because when somebody asks that question, when this dude asks that question in the comments, how are women attitudes these days? No women in the comments answer the question, because he asked the women. But they can answer other questions. It's all a play. Don't fall for their excuses, JDB. Do not fall for these excuses. There ain't nothing but
Hold on. You said what excuse? Hold on. What excuses am I falling for?
No. I was just letting you know. You know, I know one person called in and said something about.
Listen, man. Listen. I don't fall for anything.
I feel you, boss. I apologize. My apologies. You got it, brother. You got it.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, brother.
I appreciate the call, man.
Thank you. Anonymous King checking in.
Okay, so my bad. Shout out to the brother. I didn't know he was gonna add anything else. But shout out to the caller. There was another call that came right on top of that. All right. Man, y'all can't be getting on these calls throwing jabs, man. All right, you live?
I gotta call one more time. It's Simply Jaye.
What's going on, Simply Jaye?
I'm not gonna let these men call and just disregard the upbringing of women and what society has done. Now, I know you can't excuse every single thing, but for the people who's calling who say, I don't know what's wrong with him, and then like the guy who said about the women getting on the bus, and the other women, how you doing? Well, first of all, how about he start asking questions about, or try to figure out what was their upbringing like? Because a lot of black women did not have their fathers. They were not nurtured. Like me, I had my mother and my father, and they're still together this day. I have friends who didn't. So there's a big difference in attitude. So I know we can't use that for everything, but don't act like that's not a problem. You can't dismiss black women like that, because it is a problem. And that's why nowadays, as you see, they want to start with the children, because the long run is going to be exactly what society wants it to be. So nobody's trying to be understanding. You ain't got to give. It doesn't have to apply to everything, but don't act like it don't exist. I don't want to hear that. Y'all can't do that to us. Y'all can't do it.
Yeah, listen, man. I think that people have different perspectives. You have yours and they have theirs. I think that's what's good. That's what makes dialogue healthy. We want to be able to hear from different people so we can look at ourselves and say,
I ain't seen nobody defend. They're saying, yeah, I know what you've been through or whatever, but how about
you want them to defend? You want them to defend black women?
I mean, yeah, it's y'all just shitting on them. I'm sorry, I'm
nobody shitting on black women. Listen,
I just can't stand to hear it so much.
Come on, Simply Jaye. Nobody's shitting on black women. Come on.
No, yes, you guys are. Not you guys, but some men have called and was like, yeah, the other women ain't like that, but they like this, and you can't use that as an excuse. Why do you think today they're social media, they want kids, they want to train their brains, they want to take the father at the home at a young age, because the effect of that in the long run is not going to be for us, it's going to be against us. So let's remember that. That's crazy. I know we got some problems.
Yeah.
I definitely know that. But don't just cut it off and be like, they like this, and then the other people like that. Because more than likely, they probably had their mom and their daddy, and I'm just.
Listen, don't listen. Come on, man. Don't get upset over what's said.
I'm not. I can't stand to hear so many people call it, and nobody really they weren't nurtured like that. They weren't. Right. So they grow up and they're probably still trying to figure out why and what and how. They don't understand, like, you know, like, I don't know.
Well,
Just because you grown don't mean you gonna learn how to nurture and love somebody. Hopefully it happens, but 9 times out of 10 it's gonna take a long time if you ain't had no daddy and half, probably not even the mom at home because she working, trying to be the mom and the daddy. Like, you left alone, so that's crazy.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like it starts with the upbringing. You know, having role models, male and female, your mother, your father, or whoever, that can keep you on the straight and narrow, and you won't veer off. You know, and I think that's what it's about. Because
I could happily walk down the street and speak to everybody that speaks to me. You know, I might even speak to somebody who don't speak to me. But I got friends who will walk down with an attitude because their mama wasn't there and their daddy wasn't there. And it's like I feel like we should be a little bit more understanding. Like, you don't have to accept everything, but be a little bit more understanding, because that's just not fair to give. These other people have already gotten. Like, give us something. Give us a little bit of understanding. That's all. Okay. Like, you can't cut us off like that and be like, that's why I don't fuck with them, because their attitudes is just way too bad.
Well, at least
you can't use that as
at least you can know where people stand, and that's the point. You gotta know where people stand. You know, people want to see black women do better. You know.
I mean, but how y'all gonna help? Y'all gonna help, or y'all just gonna be like, fuck that? I ain't gonna.
I think these brothers will.
Language.
Listen, I think these brothers are ready to help.
I don't think so. I think y'all just want a made woman, but we've been fucked up, so we gotta make ourselves, and it's hard when you ain't got a real man by your side, because they pretty much want somebody who don't need to be fixed. You feel me? So I don't know.
Okay.
But it just hurts to hear so many men call and be like, yeah, cause, like, come on now.
Nah.
Come on now, like,
come on. Simply Jay, take a deep breath. Okay.
I am, but
it's late. Y'all know I'm a little tired. That's why I'm not even. I'm just listening right now. But just don't let it get to you like that. I mean, people have a different perspective. Can't be in an echo chamber. You don't want to be in an echo chamber. You don't want to be where everybody just agrees on everything. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't. But like I said, I don't think I heard one person, be like, I understand them and what they've been through and what society has, tried to do, and it still is doing. You feel me? They still doing it, and it's gonna get worse if y'all continue to not understand and not try to figure out how you can help. Like, if you just,
like I said, they ready to help. You got guys that are ready to help.
And I'm just feeling this for my sisters. Like I said, I've grown up in a 2-parent home. My parents been together for 45 years, and so I know I've been around my friends, and I know the difference. I really know the difference. It makes a difference. My mother and my father, they kiss me every day. They tell me they love me every day. But if you don't have that, then it's hard to walk down the street and just not know the intentions of somebody, especially, I don't know. I mean,
well, let me ask you this simply, Jay. Do you have a man in your life now?
I do. I've been with my man for 15 years.
Okay.
I'm not on here I'm not a mad black woman, but I do. I'm still black. You feel me? So
Pandora, call back in, man.
Huh?
Call back in, man. Pandora, you want to speak? And I was talking about Pandora. You know what I'm saying? The number does work, but yeah, there's some other people that want to call it. I'm gonna get them in before I close it down. All right.
All right. Bye.
All right. Bye. Let's see. All right, live.
Hello, Jay?
Yeah.
Hey, man, I'm sorry. This is Mr. 86, and I heard the last, caller, and I just wanted to know it's all love here. Because, like you said, we have to have the dialogue and to understand, and have dialogue with each other. But there's a lot of women of other nationalities I've dated that didn't have a dad at home. That has, that doesn't give a person a reason to be rude, nasty, and mean.
Okay.
I mean, because if I'm showing you love and respect, then why wouldn't you accept that love, honor, and respect? Since you say, hey, and you know what I tell them? I said, there's black men out here that love black women. I'm showing you some love right now. And they still don't, I guess I don't fit that image. You know, the thuggery image, that video image is just not received well. I speak well, you know, so. No, it's no personal bashing against black women or nothing like that.
All right. Hey, I need to get to some more of these callers, man.
God bless you.
All right, bro.
Bye-bye.
All right. All right, now the lines are open. Y'all need to call in now. All right, you're live.
So, okay. I'm a little livid right now.
Okay.
So
well, I got Edward that wants to call in.
You got what?
Yeah, I got Edward that wants to call in real quick. So, what is it you want to add?
Oh, okay. So it was like this argument going on in the chat because this girl, she was like, oh yeah, well, us women who had fathers and stuff like that, we understand what you guys are saying about femininity and all this other stuff. And I'm just sitting here like, okay, first of all, because I'm somebody who, my father ran out on me or whatever, and my mom, but that's besides the point. The fact is, it's not my fault that my dad ran out, A. B, I don't think it has anything to do with femininity in that way. Maybe it does, I don't know, like that's for y'all to figure out or whatever. But my thing is, this is what I mean. Why are you trying to pit like women against each other in that way? Like I didn't like that at all. And to top it off, like you personally, would you care if a woman was like you were like not attracted to at all? Like you were just like she's not attractive in any way. If she was ultra feminine, would you give her a chance? Like, oh, because she's feminine.
Yeah, I mean, there's levels to there's levels of unattractiveness. There's levels to unattractiveness. I said I would date a woman who's a 6. You know.
Huh?
I would date a woman who was a 6 on a scale of 1 to 10 was a 6.
Well, but I'm saying like for the most part, if a man isn't attracted to a woman, her being feminine does not matter.
Well, I mean, of course, a man wants an attractive woman, but I've seen men date women who aren't attractive, and she's feminine. So, you know, it depends on the guy.
I would say it's not because she's feminine. It's probably because he settled or she was. No. I don't really know. I don't know what guys date women for, but I get the whole femininity situation or whatever, but at the same time, I just don't understand why, like, you would equate that to, like, I have a dad in my life. Oh my God, like I'm super feminine. Like I don't have a problem attracting men. And I'm sometimes I'm a tomboy. I can flip between feminine and like non-feminine, and nobody cares. Why? Because I'm attractive at the end of the day.
Well, if Pandora, if you're an attractive female, you don't have to worry about that.
But what?
If you're an attractive female, you don't have to worry about a guy not wanting to date you. You do know that, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying like. To like be like, oh, it's because I'm feminine, and because I'm feminine, it's because I had a dad and all this other stuff. Like I didn't have a dad, and I'm not ultra feminine, so what does that have to do with anything? And
but
then
you said that you're not ultra feminine and you didn't have a dad. You just answered your question right there.
What? Wait, say it again.
You said that you're not ultra feminine and you didn't have your dad in your life, right?
Well, that's the thing. Like that's because I was a tomboy. Like I like to play like with like the guys and stuff. Like I had like male cousins that I used to grow up with all the time, so I would hang out with them a lot. It didn't have anything to do with my dad not being in my life. So I'm like, why are you trying to like use that as like a seduction mechanism to be like, oh, it's because I had a dad. Like I understand where you guys are coming from. Like that's pandering. That's like completely pandering, and that's like pitting women against each other.
No, we're not.
The fact that I didn't have a dad is not.
You know what? But I'm gonna say this. Hold on. I'm gonna say this. And I'm gonna get to this call.
Okay.
Why is it that we as men, y'all want to know if we date ugly girls when we know y'all not gonna date no ugly dude?
I dated a guy I wasn't attracted to before, and it was a mistake because he was like worse than all of them. But that's not. I mean, I'm just saying, like, guys, like y'all don't care. At the end of the day, like femininity or non-femininity, like if a girl's attractive, that's all I care about.
Okay.
That's how I would see it. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well,
and the wall apparently is undefeated, so femininity can't beat that. So
y'all heard it. Y'all heard it from her. She said the wall is undefeated.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye. It's out to you.
He was like
Okay.
worse than all of them.
All right,
But
Elwood.
that's not-
All right, what up? What you got to say, Elwood? You want to call in?
Oh, okay. Yeah, man, I appreciate that. Because I know how it is. We're calling in twice. Man. Hit dogs to hollering, man. Okay, so let me be quick.
All right.
And be quick as I can to organize my thoughts. All right, first of all, I said in the beginning of my first call that a lot of women, not all of them, but a lot, I'd say most don't, they can't have this conversation because they get in their feelings, because they interpret us saying what we think and what it is with us attacking, black women. Let me say this and let me be absolutely clear here. A lot of your matchmakers, your people that understand what it takes to make marriages last and stuff like that will come out and tell you if a woman doesn't have a father, don't even consider her. She's off the table. Don't matter what she says, what she does, what it is. And when you understand that 80% of the divorces and stuff like that are activated by sisters, so obviously dudes will last longer than sisters if they choose to get married. You get that. This is what y'all need to understand as women. And I'm going to say this nice. I'm not going to go in. I'm not going to troll like I was playing in the chat. Y'all have to understand the black community is a matriarchy. I tell people, women, this all the time. If you can't understand that, then that's kind of like you not knowing your times tables, but then think we're going to talk about algebra. Everything else is not going to make sense because you don't understand that. The reality of the situation is we are in a matriarchy and our women are taught that femininity is not important. That is like men being taught that masculinity is not important. Your ability to produce, to protect, to provide, these things are not do not matter as to how you view yourself, not even what you do for other women. And you got women running around here in this society where they are the only ones that believe that to the extent as a group that they believe it. No other group believes that. And I'm gonna tell y'all like I tell my cousins. We got women running around here talking about they're not a feminist, but they are walking around with feminist ideology that's more so than women that even say that they're feminists. And I'll say it this way. Don't tell me that you're strong and independent. Tell me you're interdependent and resilient. Those two things really matter. And the problem is when you have people talking about, and I'm not even going to speak to particular callers. That's not what it's here for. It's not about that. But what I will say, yes, you not having a dad is almost like me not having an arm. It's that important. You having a dad is not having a dad is almost like you knowing how to talk English, but you don't know how to read and write. That's how much you're lacking. And the fact that people don't know what they don't know, and I'm gonna tell you, women, what y'all need to understand is your sexual marketplace value is not the same as your commitment value. So when women say I can get guys, but they don't understand why these dudes won't stay, or they don't understand why these dudes will leave them when they have kids, it's because you're being put in what I call the hoe zone box. Just like women friend zone guys, men hoe zone women, meaning they operate them for sex only. So one of the things that was brought up, and this was actually good, like would black men date women that are feminine but that are uglier? Yes. Now there's levels to ugly. Number one, there's levels to attractiveness. And women don't tend to understand that because they don't view women the same way that men view women. Right. But the reality of the situation with y'all, this is why you hear on this channel, your channel all the time, you talk about the wall a lot. Because the wall, once you pass the wall, you have crossed that threshold where your sexual marketplace value is not going to be a crutch anymore. This is why, if you notice, a lot of black women that are north of 40, if they can reach down and date like men that are like in their 20s, late 20s or early 30s, it's because they can outcompete y'all when it comes to femininity, because you got women that are traded only on their sexual marketplace value. And when you're from like 18 to like 30, yeah, you're going to be able to do that. But when it's time to get a guy to commit to you, and this is all general, this is law of averages, you're gonna find is men don't stay. That's the first point. The second point, and then I'll be done with it, is this. One, it was a comment that was made. I made a comment saying that a woman chooses the father for her children. Now, if you ask any woman this that is not African American, they tend to get this right. If you ask most African American women this, they tend to get this wrong, because they fundamentally believe that who they choose to sleep with is not at even 50% their choice, and who they choose to have a baby by is not mainly, they have agency over that. They act like the nigga stork just dropped the baby off and then a dude just ran away. No, the reality is sexuality is your responsibility. Just like who a man chooses to get into a relationship with and commit to is his responsibility. That's why I put it on Russell Wilson for committing to Sierra more than I do Sierra having a baby with Russell Wilson. Just like it's more on Sierra for having a baby by Future, because Future never really gave commitment to him. And that's what women don't understand. Men control access to relationships. Women control access to sex.
Right.
So when it comes to having kids, when it comes to all that stuff, that's your purview, and the laws protect you. So when people say, well, you know, a man chose to lay down with a woman, yes, a man has to account for that side of it. But at the end of the day, a man didn't get you pregnant. You wanted to get pregnant by that man, and you wanted to basically, this is the analogy I always do about it. It's like if you go to Men's R Us and you go to the black male section and you look for men that you want to have a kid by, the box, the nigga box, will literally say fatherhood not included, upward mobility not included in the front. So if you buy this, it ain't no refunds, but you'll buy it anyway because the dildo is big. Then you'll turn around and then act like you didn't know there was no warranty, you didn't know it was a salvage title, you didn't see that it said fatherhood not included. And people and the society will let you believe that because the society benefits from you being that way. We're at the bottom as black people, and we're at the bottom because our job is to spend money on everybody else but us. So they validate that BS. The final thing I'll say too is on this point of us like bashing black women. Black women have been bashing women have been character assassinating black men for decades, and black men have been quiet. You know, other black women are the African American women are the only women that can't stand feedback from their men. Like white men, what white men say about white women, if you actually hear the white MGTOWs, especially the ones in Canada, don't get started ones in Canada. If you ever hear Israeli men towards their men, if you ever go overseas and hear how their men talk about it, it's a hell of a lot worse than anything we've ever said about y'all, and their women do a hell of a lot least. So you all haven't really heard bashing y'all. What we're doing is we're basically giving you all our grievances. And that's being considered bashing because you all don't really respect our position in giving you grievances. As far as black women are concerned, black men have no really laws that they're deemed to respect. And that may not be consciously what I'm hearing, but that's subconsciously the programming. Because again, we are in a matriarchy. So when women came in the chat asking me what are the solutions, the first solution is understanding that you're in a matriarchy. And the first solution is you understanding that most of the stuff you go through when it comes to dudes leaving and all of that is a result of you being in a matriarchy. And the second thing is you understanding that you all promote the matriarchy, just like we got too many simp dudes that propagate the matriarchy. That's the one thing that black people do not want to talk about. We want to act like the black community is a patriarchy like the other communities in the United States, but the women, everything flows through the women. Now, that doesn't feel good as a man to say that, but that is the construct that they were in, and that is pretty much the source of everything, even more so than white supremacy, to be honest with you. Anyway, I appreciate you giving me his time because I know it's tired, and I apologize for going in, but I appreciate that.
I see that, but I appreciate the call anyway. You know, definitely good fodder for the chat room. But shout out to you, Edward. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
All right, Edward. Shout out to Edward. Another shout out to the Good Nurse. I appreciate that. The Good Nurse. The Good Nurse appreciates the content. Yeah, it is tiring. It's about 12:30 and we still live. How long have I been live? 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours. All right, you're live.
Hello? This is Bella in the chat room.
What's going on, Bella?
Hey, because I put you on mute on my computer, so am I online right now?
Yeah, you're online with me now. You're speaking to me live.
Okay. So I just want to kind of piggyback off of the last caller.
Mm-hmm.
He stated that black men are giving grievances.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to give grievances because by then it's too late. You have to stay ahead of the 8 ball. So a lot of black women are not feminine because you're still dating them no matter what. So they feel like there's no need for them to change.
Mm.
So you're not setting the standards like straight through the door, or I'm gonna say at the bar.
Mm-hmm.
See, if you're a man and you don't date fat women at the bar, and a woman approaches you, or whatever the case may be, you can politely say, well, I don't date overweight women.
Mm-hmm.
A woman has too many tattoos. I don't date a woman with a lot of tattoos. A woman got weave in her hair and it's pink. Well, I don't date a woman like that. Eventually, once black women start seeing that they're not going to find a mate based upon what they're doing,
mm-hmm.
the word to get around is going to stop. Okay? Mm-hmm. So you don't want to get with somebody, giving them grievances, talking about they need to get off Section 8, lose weight, and all that type of stuff.
Well,
that was something.
I will say
that
this.
Was the standard.
I will say this, Bella. You are seeing more black women in the gym, especially like latter part of last year and this year. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Jay. What did you say?
I said that there seems to be more black women going to the gym during the latter part of last year and this year.
And I agree because I'm in the gym. I'm not overweight.
Okay.
So, and I tell people all the time. I tell my husband this. I said one of the reasons why I started losing weight is when I first heard Tommy Sotomayor in 2013. He was funny, but he was bashing the hell out of black women. But I said he's right. I need to lose some weight. Okay? And I started working out, eating healthier. I only eat organic. I eat clean. So, and then lo and behold, shortly after losing weight, I get married.
Okay.
So, you have to say what you want way before you even exchange a number. And like I said, the word to get around, once a lot of these, and I'm not saying all black women, but once a lot of these black women start getting the word, hey, men don't want ready-made families, guess what's going to happen? Once that word get around, for some reason, they're going to find birth control.
Yeah.
For some reason. Everybody going to be on birth control. So, you have to state those things in the beginning. That's just even like with my husband. I said before marrying me, because I think it's very strange that men will date women, go over their house, they're watching Love and Hip Hop. A man that's trying to, do something with his life and be serious. If I was a man, I wouldn't date a woman who watched those type of TV shows.
Well,
speaking.
Edward was the previous caller. He said he didn't bring up weight. He brought up femininity. Like, what do you think about femininity? Black women.
Well, see, also too with femininity, I'm seeing with the parenting. Because I have a few friends, I watch how they, I don't have children, but I see how they parent their daughters. And I don't say anything because I don't have kids, and I let people do what they want to do. But I look what they do with their daughters. Your daughter 14 years old. Why is she overweight? Your daughter 14 years old. Why are you letting her cut off all her long, pretty hair? See, long hair is a feminine aspect of a woman. You're letting her cut her hair very short. It's up to her ears and stuff. Being overweight. Teaching them to be strong and independent and all those types. Oh, you don't need a man. This is what parents, even with fathers in the home, is teaching and allowing in the home. And then when they become adults, you expect, these women to be feminine and to have all the feminine attributes that you want to feel. That's not going to happen.
That's why I tell guys, like, you have to really know a woman before you commit to her or even sleep with her. What background she comes from, because she could be a dysfunctional woman masquerading, as just an average chick. That's why you got to do your homework on a chick before you stick your dick in her,
And I agree, but that's all. I'm not a long-winded person. That's all I wanted to say. Okay. I just wanted to simply say, stop with all the grievances. State what you want.
way before it gets to that point. You know, if you know what you're looking for in a woman, then that's what you should be trying to get straight out the gate. Not all that, I'll work with you, we'll figure this out. No. Get what you want straight out the gate, and then you can build and work upon that.
Yeah. Wise words, and I appreciate your call and you sharing your opinion, Bella. All right?
All right, thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right, thank you. Bye. Shout out to Bella. She's a caller. I'm not. That's it for the calls, people. That's it for the calls. I'm tired of shit, man. I think when I went in the first 30, 40 minutes, I think that took a little bit out of me. But shit, it's 12:30 on the East Coast. I know if you're on the West Coast, y'all night is just getting started. But I'm on the East Coast, you know. It was a good stream nonetheless. Shout out to everybody that is here. Also, if you want to support, you know, the platform, instead of just donate, you can always go and buy you a t-shirt at the Teespring store. Buy you some merch. All right. Y'all make sure y'all go and do that. And continue to show support to the platform, man. Y'all know I do this for the people. And there's times I like to talk shit, but it is what it is, you know. But again, this is where is it? This was some good dialogue. We was able to get some things out. Hopefully everybody understands each other before we leave. You know, we don't want anybody to leave on any type of bad terms. We want everybody to leave in good spirits. You know what I'm saying? Good spirits and good vibes. You know, that's what we want to leave everybody with tonight. You know what I'm saying? Assembly J says he's going to be on time. Okay, all right, Assembly J, be on time. So we need a part 2. May have to do a part 2, Christopher. I may do a part 2. But yeah, I'm going to sleep, okay? And I expect y'all to do the same because I know a lot of y'all got to go to work in the morning, okay? Yeah, but it definitely had to vent, man. I think a lot of y'all had to vent. A lot of y'all had some things on your mind. A lot of y'all seem to have some things on your mind, man. But nonetheless, I appreciate everybody for coming through. Y'all were very good sports. And, you know, the participation was good. So, make sure you have liked the stream. Also, make sure you go and follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, to keep up with me and what I'm doing. All right. Yeah, man, y'all was hyped. This is the most hype I've seen some of y'all, man. Y'all was hyped. Y'all was hyped. Well, hopefully y'all have a good one. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Take care. And have a good night. And that's it, people. out.